turn this shit down. I mean, what the fuck? Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, listen. You know what it is. They didn't want to bring the original name of the show back, but fuck it is what it is. It's Drunken Chats. It's Drunken Chats. It always was. It always will be. It's Drunken Chats, son. So come to find out, we're starting to get big known for our giveaways. And we got some more giveaways coming, man. Let me stop being rude as a motherfucker. Introduce my main man. Lucas, what up, baby? Say what up.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Lucas from ComicCrusaders.com. Once again, you can follow us up at Comic Crusaders. We're on Instagram. We're on freaking Facebook. We're on YouTube. Everywhere you want to. Make sure you can follow us because, once again, like my boy Mel says, we got some stuff coming out. Some companies are sending us stuff to send to y'all. But y'all got to help us out and figure out who to send it to by following us and clicking the like link here if we can and doing the thing.
And this is the crazy part. These companies, how did reach out to them? The motherfuckers hit me up. Was like, hey, heard you giving out free shit. We want to get some free shit to you to give out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
we don't do dollar books here, son.
I'm just waiting for Patron to hook me up, and we'll be on our way, man. That's all I need. That's all I want.
Shout out to my man Robert Fordham. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
So So my apologies to Robert Fordham because some of the companies that I was trying to send him because he did a good thing. He asked for the mystery box, and there was some companies, 2 companies that were supposed to send me the shit this week, and I got tired of waiting for the shit. And the day after I sent him whatever I could freaking scrounge up, that's when the shit came in. So my apologies to Fordham, but trust me, brother, whoever freaking gets in the giveaway next, I'm gonna freaking hook them up.
I will never. No, I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna buy a mystery box because I'm definitely gonna buy the bottle box.
This was a free mystery box. It was a free mystery box. It was part of the giveaway. So there was no skin in the game for him. It was just, other than listening to us, but. Yeah, it was a doggone shame. So and that stuff ended up going to a different giveaway on Comic Crusaders. But from what I understand, there's supposed to be more stuff coming. So we're gonna freaking keep hooking people, trying to keep hooking people up.
Yo, off bat, we got to add 2 people to the wheel. To the wheel. All right, so here's how it goes down. A lot of people. We only got 2 people listening, but here's how it goes down. All right, and then. You motherfuckers wanted me to create a fucking Instagram account. We got one. The Instagram account is It's Drunken Chat, son. That's it. All one word. It's Drunken Chat, son. Let's see. I'm gonna put it in. It's Drunken. Okay. Okay. Now, for those who don't know of how Drunken Chat Show goes down, we have no time we come on. We just come on at a random time. Now, for some weird reason, Lucas is always up. And I asked him, I said, hey, bro, what do you do for a living? You're always around. He said, I just collect information and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Very vague about what the fuck he does. Very quiet.
No, I mean, because that's just the way, like, people think. So think of us as, a consortium of scientists, right? But we're not just scientists. We're engineers. We're mathematicians. We're statisticians. Everything.
Fuck you, Reed Richards and shit. Consortium of scientists.
Yeah, right. And we got a whole bunch of people. We got a bunch of old, big freaking eggheads just running around with nothing to fucking do. So you hire our firm and say, hey, I want to find out this, and then we freaking look it up for you. We research it, we put it to a narrative, and then we ship it out. Right. Problem is, by the time it fucking gets out to the freaking real world and to the fucking news, it's politicized and exactly the opposite of what we said is put in the shit. And then sometimes they freaking have the nerve to freaking say, hey, this is what this firm said, and that's not what we said.
So hold up, you make a killing with stocks though.
We could, yes, we could.
But that's
but it's illegal. It's illegal as fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah. In fact, there are a couple politicians that are in trouble right now for doing exactly that. But I know for a fact that we had nothing to do with it. I mean, that they're not even looking at us because when they sent us emails asking for information, they had the way they had worded it they had already had in their mind of what they wanted to say and the way it was going to go. So we didn't even get looked at for that shit. So.
All right, so we got a couple of our regulars here. Hey, Patrick Malagriano, let them know. Let them know in the chat, Patrick. Let them know. Please let them know that you got your book. How was the condition of the book, brother? How was the packing of the book? Please let the people know. Let the people know, brother. We don't play no games around here, man. We're not giving you dollar books in no box, man. We give you a fire.
No, Rob. Now, Bob, I fucked around with Bob. Rob Ford, we fucked around. It was like, man, I didn't want to fucking do it to him, but I had already had the shit set up, and all I would needed was those two things, and the fucking companies kind of fucked us over. So when I get this new shit, freaking, and that shit better fucking Rob Good. I'm gonna fucking hook him up. So let's see, it's Milano. All right. Who was the other dude? Who was the other gentleman that was in there?
Doing 143.
Let's see.
It pains me. It pains me. I only got 3 motherfuckers. We should be popping right. Oh, we got 5 now. We got 5. Let me see. We see the little. See, we got 7 thumbs up. 7 thumbs up. Yo, we got 7 thumbs up. Station in. Get involved with this free giveaway. I'm not gonna go all night. I gotta wake up tomorrow morning. I gotta do some barbecuing. I gotta finish this fucking stupid ass grill. If you follow my other Instagram page, you can see the saga of this grill I tried to put together. It's fucking disgusting. The instructions were very fucking vague. The instructions basically said, "Hey, this piece looks like this piece. Put that shit there. Just figure it out." I was doing that for the past 4 hours. I've been up for a while.
Oh, you're talking about the grill.
Yeah, the grill shit. I'm talking about the grill.
Well, you remember the last time, freaking, when I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we was on there, and I had to put together.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Check this here. My man Nico was supposed to come on the show. He probably passed up. He always be pressuring me to do these fucking shows. Listen, again, we got 6 people listening. I want you guys to know what Drunken Chat is all about. The Drunken Chat, son, is just a bunch of drunk people just talking about comics. Yo, we did great in the past. We want to continue going on with this tradition. You know what I'm saying? But we do a lot of good giveaways and give away a lot of good spec. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes, you had a great spec last week. Galactus.
Right. Yes. So the Galactus supervillain, right? So it was some pretty interesting stuff because what was it in Thor number 5? I believe that's where
we're not saying to go out and buy this book.
No, absolutely not.
Somebody did, though.
Yeah,
somebody did.
Somebody did. So once again, I will repeat: just because I'm talking about this book doesn't mean go out and buy the book. It just means that there's some interesting stuff. If you're a reader like me, that's in that book. So, for instance, Thor number 5, it was revealed that Galactus is not just the all-important omnipotent freaking being. He is the herald of this other being. He's the herald of the Black Winter, right? And the interesting thing was when I went back to Thor number 1, apparently there was a director's cut out there, and in that director's cut, it shows the moment that he came into being, right? And there is another voice out there that says, "Hey, I'm going to make you this, and we will be one, and you're going to be all this for me." And so that's where that comes from. So it's not like Donny Cates and getting pulled it out their butt. There's a precedence for somebody other there to be there and to make Galactus who he is, right? But here's a problem, right? So your boy Brian McClay, is it McClay?
McClay.
All right. He was on with us last week,
Yes.
and he pointed me to another book, right? He pointed me to Epic Illustrated, right?
Your motherfuckers didn't tell me nothing about this. You didn't tell the motherfuckers about Epic Illustrated and shit.
Somebody had to go to the bathroom, but yeah, we were talking.
True.
Right? True. So he says, man, you know, there was this thing about, because when I was talking about that, he was like, man, so there's the origin and something of Galactus in this one book that never got finished. I wonder if there's anything in there. So of course I went back and I read that particular freaking series. It is a weird series. It's like Marvel's version of Heavy Metal, right? There's all types of random stories, and it was spread out through like eight issues. And I read through it, and it's like Galactus in the last days of reality, right? And the interesting is, at the end of that story, it's not even really the end of that story, Galactus comes up, and in fact, a lot of the stuff from House of X and Power of X, that stuff is in there. And then Galactus rolls up in the Watcher, and the Watcher says, yeah, I made you. So that indicates that the Watcher has something to do with the origin of Galactus, which is weird, which is new to me. Yeah. And then it just stops, right? So, and that's just the end of Epic Illustrated, right? They I guess they were like running out of money, so they couldn't finish up what they wanted to do with the magazine, and they just stopped. And there's great story, this interesting story that's happening with Galactus, and it stops right there because they ran out of money. So we can't say whether that's part of the whole Marvel universe or continuity or anything like that. All I know is that it's pretty interesting, some of the stuff that was in there, to include like the planet where what's the name? Where Null and Old were fighting and dying and everything. That planet is in that freaking series. The whole domain. And if you're an X-Men fan, you've been reading the House of X, Power of X, you know what I'm talking about. The whole domain, that thing is in there. It's a collective of planets, a collective of universes. That whole thing is in there. So it's a pretty interesting read. Once again, do not buy this book. I'm just saying, there's some interesting stuff in there that's carrying on. It's
sad that you got to do this. You know what? And then I was just over there at the Hot 10 with CBSI. I definitely want to give a big shout out to Jim's Comics. You know what I'm saying? I think his Immortal She-Hulk spec. I think that's great spec wise.
Okay.
It's great spec. You know what I'm saying? Do I think Immortal She-Hulk will be a big book? It being a one shot and all, maybe not. But in terms of spec, I think Jim Comics, he definitely, and I never spoke to Jim Comics a day in my life. I just shouted him out, and I did appreciate we did the Google call. But I never spoke to that man, so I'm not championing his page or whatever. But my motto, man. I give credit where credit is due, bro. And I think that was good.
Right. So was the spec on the origin of Immortal She-Hulk, or that it's going to happen, or
that she died in that book and came back immortal. That is the spec. And he wasn't big enough. He wasn't big enough telling people to go out and buy the book. It was just. I like how you do it. He just gives the spec. He don't give a shit what anybody think about it. But people, his fan base, they go out and buy the shit up. You know what I'm saying? But he don't be trying to pump it up crazy and none of that. You know what I mean? He just a dude who likes talking about comics. I definitely respect Jim's comics stuff for real. For real.
Okay.
You know what I mean, yeah. If he drinks, if we just would love to have him.
So I mean, it's an interesting theory, the one interesting thing that I've been looking through when I've been looking through the whole Immortal Hulk series is she's the one person that hasn't really shown up thus far, right? Everybody else, to include somehow Captain America, has shown up, but She-Hulk has not shown up, and that's really interesting because there's the Green Door. And everybody's been going through the Green Door. That's how you become immortal and all that stuff. But she hasn't shown up, so it's interesting. If she does show up, that's the way she's going to have to do it. She's going to have to die. She's going to have to go through the Green Door.
I remember Gary talking about this Green Door shit. I just stopped paying attention. I don't give a fuck about a Green Door. I just tell me a book to buy. I don't give a fuck about a Green Door. I don't give a fuck about a fucking Purple Door. Yo, we got some people here. Add to the list, we got Richard C. We got my man Eric Hurt. Yo, Eric Hurt is a great graphic designer. People, a super fantastic artist too. You got to check out his work. Comics Fun's Sick Boy 73. That's a wild name, my man. But I appreciate you for tuning in. I think you come from Bird City, right? If you come from Bird City, just let me know. We'll do something special for the guys coming from Bird City. Vinny Perez. Yo, we don't know what happened to you last week, bro. But you got a book to give away, bro. You got to make doing your promise. You got a book to give away, man. So let me know what that book is going to be, man. You owe the people. You said you get a people book, you owe the people, bro. If you want to come on the show, you know where to hit me. Let me know what's good. So are we specking on this epic book or no?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, it's just another thing that's interesting when it comes to. So this whole past 7 or 8 months has been wild, right? Because between Donny Cates making old books new, and then Jonathan Hickman rebooting the whole X-Men universe and the way it works has just been wild, right? So just to find some new clues on where they've been getting some of this shit has been just wild and interesting, right? And just to see all the ties in of everything, right? So, and I've been tying into a lot of these other writers. In fact, who just freaking has been freaking Tim? Frank Thierry, who wrote the Ravencroft book. He's been.
I heard about that Ravencroft.
Yeah, he was freaking hitting me up about a whole bunch of stuff.
The writer.
Yes. Is
that right? Share with the group.
Here's what you do. If you once you guys get a chance, go over to comiccrusaders.com, go over to my Ravencroft review, right? And check that out. Because I put a whole bunch of photos of the book, of the panels in there. And some of the stuff you might think, well, why did he put that in there? Yeah, there's reasons why I put that in there. And Frank and the artist, they were hitting me out like, oh man, I'm glad you saw that. Like, okay, yeah.
Yo, I fucking can't stand you sometimes, I do.
Yeah, so it's not going to be obvious, but you got to read through it, and you're going to go, oh. And then if you've been listening to us for the last 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to go, oh. You might go, oh, or you might just not. You might not get it, right? Even some dude.
Who the fuck is Cortland Cassidy? Hello?
Yeah.
Wow. So, damn. Okay, they want to play this game. All right.
It's a game. It's a game. It's going to be a fun game, man. So, some good stuff over there that's happening. Let's see who's all right. Martian Comic Hunter. Let's see.
Yeah, that's my man. He good people. Yo, this is crazy. What? Yo, this is. Hold on. I gotta hit the honey hole. Oh, shit. Continue.
I'm just trying to put the name in. It's a Martian Comic Hunter. Trying to put his name in there. Okay. And Doom 143. Nice to see your brother.
Yeah, he good people. Yo, this is all right. So the second print of this book is going for $40.
Of what book?
Ruins of Ravencroft.
So that whole series was pretty interesting, right? Because it's not just the Ravencroft, right? There's like Ravencroft, Wolverine, and all the other stuff. The Ravencroft Wolverine, that was where they introduced the first appearance of the Unwanted, right? The Unwanted was a weird mix in between the Weapons Plus experiments and vampires, right? So it's crazy because you can't just freaking kill them off and everything. But they went toe to toe with like Taskmaster, Kingpin, and all types of other motherfuckers, and freaking nearly wiped their ass and freaking wiped them out. But it was a good book.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing Raven. I'm sitting this one out. You guys can have this one. I'm not doing Ravenclaw because this takes place what, like 1841.
Well, the original, right? So Ravencroft, that whole Ravencroft thing has been, yeah, it started in 1841, but the one that just happened, that was current time, right? So it spans over like 200 years. It was like 1841 tells the history of why it's bad blood and why it's evil, and then the current Ravencroft series is what's happening now. So you had like
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. So Misty got some shit now. Like her hand ain't just a hand now. She got these fucking claws that fucking pop out of the joints, and she can also make freaking lightning and shit. So it's not just a fucking fucked up robotic hand anymore.
Shout out to my man Dollar Business. Just stay with the fire. Dollar Business, stay with the fire. It says second print is an easy flip all day. I'm sitting this one out. Y'all can have all the copies. I'm not doing this Cassidy's uncle. I'm not. Nah. How Monique do it in Precious? She said. I'm not doing it.
So wait, what are we talking about? You saw the second print of Ravencroft. What is this?
Word.
Yeah. What? I'm not tracking. Hold up. Maybe I'm missing.
I can't. I can't do screen share.
No. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Rules and Ravencroft second print. He got 5 available, selling for $40 a piece. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You'll probably still find these on the shelves and shit, though.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, Ruins of Ravencroft.
What, I had the wrong series?
Let's see. I'm trying to get my. Let's see. Ruins of Ravencroft. Because Kingpin, he just renovated Ravencroft. Let's see. Yeah. That's not it. That's not it.
Oh, that's not what you talked about the write about?
Yeah, so that Ruins of Ravencroft Sabretooth number 1. That's the one that has the first appearance of the Unwanted, I believe. And then the new series.
Oh, so what books do people? No.
Yeah, don't be speculating on Ravencroft shit right now. There's just some interesting shit that's going on right now.
Ultra Maximus, do you want to get in on the chat or do you want to be a part of the giveaway? Let me know. We're always welcome Ultra Maximus. I like him.
Let's see. Where the fuck is my shit at? Yeah, Ravencroft number 5. That's the one that I reviewed.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Ravencroft number 5, Institute for the Criminally Insane.
Ravencroft number 5. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong joint. No, they everything gone. Everything gone. Ravencroft 1, you think that's a goodbye?
No, I'm not saying it's goodbye. It's just some interesting shit in there.
There you go, my man.
I'm gonna tell you when not to buy the shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you to buy it. Don't buy it. It's a good read. If you read the whole series, it's a good read. Some interesting shit in there. The fucking art by Unazeta is freaking amazing. This is his name, Angel Unazeta. Amazing, great shit. Freaking, they got the Punisher in there, man, and the lines on Punisher and freaking Misty are just amazing. Great stuff.
I'm about to add my man Ultra in the building. Hold on. Can I find him? William. Here we go. Yeah, about to add my man. About to get some perspective in here. You know what I'm saying? Eric's hurt. Okay, see, this is what I like. This is what I like about Drunken Chat. Eric's hurt said they were on Things from Another World 3 days ago. So, but at least it's giving the people where they can get these spec books at. I appreciate that, Eric. You got him on the list, right? Lucas?
Yeah, who did you want to add it?
Yeah, Eric, definitely.
Yeah, Eric's head is already in there.
All right. So we got a couple of complaints from the people and shit. They were like, "Yo, you motherfuckers going live at 3 in the morning? Motherfuckers wants to know."
Well, actually, if you had freaking were on my Instagram, I actually said, hey, freaking, we're gonna do some shit. Just stay tuned. I didn't say when. I just say, hey, we're gonna do some shit. So stay tuned.
So for all you motherfuckers, I created Instagram, and the Instagram is Drunken Chat. So I don't want to hear no shit about I couldn't make it. Y'all motherfuckers going live. First of all, y'all should have been fucking tuned in any fucking way. Y'all should have been had the notification bell ready to go. Because you never know what time we're going on. I'm not changing my time for any fucking body. Number one, when I go on is when I go on. If you can make it, you can make it. If not, what can I tell you? However, I was also thinking the people who can't make it. Some motherfuckers got to work. I'm one of them. They be working nights and shit. Should we do like another giveaway? One book. The lesser value of the book should be given away to the best comment. Now, that's not gonna be the lesser value, but I mean, we want people live. We want people live tuning into us. Those get the good books. Like what's that motherfucker's name? That's real hot right now. That motherfucker, he was in Thor and Venom. What's the motherfucker's name right now? That's high right now.
Yeah. Not talking about Tom Hardy, are you?
Nah, we're talking about the character. What's that? No, I think his name is. Are we giving that away tonight? Are we giving away first note?
Could be.
Are we giving away first note tonight?
Could be.
Are we that fucking drunk? Are we that fucking drunk and stupid to give away a first note?
Could be. Ooh, drop it on him.
I mean, I don't give a fuck if it's PS. This is fucking first note. Matter of fact, let's look at the value of this book. Venom 3. What's it? P what? PGX? What is this shit called? Oh, PX. Previews. Oh, I might not get this. Oh, no, I don't know. I thought this was like a $15 book.
Ooh.
You know what? Y'all my people. If we get I'm gonna do this till 3 o'clock. We're just gonna talk shit. Parlay for 3 till 3 o'clock. If we get 20, if we get, I don't know. I'm the Ultra Magnus. I'm let your Ultra Magnus set the terms. You see what I was
here, man.
You see what my drunk ass did? Do you see what my drunk ass did?
You about to give away a Venom 3 or some shit?
I committed to giving this away.
Damn. All right.
You gotta set the terms though. I mean, I thought it was like a $15 book, $30 book.
Nah.
It's an $80 book. Bro, it's an $80 book, bro.
Venom 3 treated me really good. I got actually bought both the first print and the third print for cover price, and I flipped both of them this past week. They're both
really
interesting.
Hold on. I didn't reverse the giveaway. I got to set parameters for the giveaway.
So what are you asking here? You're asking what the parameters should be for that giveaway for that book?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do it because you new here. You know what I'm saying? You not new to Drunken Chat, but you are new tonight. and I want to make you feel special. I'm going to make you feel welcome.
Well,
my man.
I appreciate that, man. I really, really do. Good to see you too, Lucas, and for everybody out there watching. Appreciate you guys checking out Mel's channel. Mel caught me at a really good time because my wife is out of town until tomorrow, so I don't have to disturb anybody in the house tonight. I could use some sleep because I got a ton of work to do before I pick her up tomorrow. But good God. Oh, well. All right, so what's the watch count right now? We got 10 watching, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. At 1 o'clock in the morning,
we got 10. Yeah. We got 10. We got 10. We got 10
right
great
watches. So we should see what happens in the next couple of minutes, where people getting out of bars and.
Now, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be able. I'm getting up at 3. I'm getting out. I'm gotta get out of here at 3. I got to finish putting together the grill like my man Lucas 2 weeks ago.
You got a grill for tomorrow, man?
Got a grill. I got a grill for tomorrow. Yo, my last grill, right? I told my wife, I was like, yo, listen, we can get away with it because it was rusted at the bottom, and it was like if you touch it, it would fall apart. I said we can get away. We can get away with this. We can get away. So I'm spraying down my patio, and I put the grill. I slammed it down too hard, like 3/4 of the bottom just came out. I was like, oh, we ain't gonna make it. We ain't gonna make it. I put like license plates. I was like, yo, hopefully we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Nah. I said, yo, babe, we gotta buy a grill. She got mad because she was like, yo, I told you to buy a grill fucking last time I was at Home Depot. I said, yo, we ain't need a grill last time we was at Home Depot. So it sent me back about $200.
Yeah. You know, the worst part about when I went to get mine is I showed it to him and he said, hey, all right, come out and back. So I went out and back with him, and they already had like 5 of them bastards already set up, ready to go, right? So all I had to do was just find some room in my car. And I was like, I don't know about it, man, because I don't want to bang this stuff against my walls because I got all white walls, man, new walls. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. So I'll just go ahead and put it in the box and freaking, man, I should have just took that joint set up already.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to buy one already put together. But
so no, it's hot. And I would say this, man. You got everybody's name in the wheel. Is that what Mel's been resorting to? You would.
Yo, the wheel of names, bro.
All right, wheel of names. Fucking wheel of names. All right.
Fucking wheel of names. I mean,
it's a great thing, man. It really, really is.
I mean, the fucking it's it's Drunken chat, son. That phrase. Mm-hmm. It took comic spec in comic spec world. It went a couple of levels. People knew what the fuck it's Drunken chat, son meant.
All right, it's fucking time. I'd say this: it's 2:01. We got the word out that obviously you went live. I saw the notification come across. I'm like, yo, I'm still awake, man. What's up? So, my man. So check this out. I say you let this thing ride. You said you're signing off at 3.
Sign off at 3. 3:15. Okay. If we having fun, 3:15. We having fun.
All right. So I tell you what, I think that you should do the Wheel of Names at 3. So give as many of your subscribers and stuff time to see the notification and check in, just in case they are in a COVID area where they can go out and party still. Because of course, I'm in lockdown in Florida. I can't do shit.
let me we're gonna give away good books, right? I got good books lined up. But here's what I want to add to this, and let me know if you think it's fair, William and Lucas. Because this is not my show. This is our show. I always said that this is our show. This is what I want. I want 20 live listeners and 20 thumbs up. And no thumbs down. If I get 1 thumbs down, the Venom book goes back until next week.
Oh,
but that book will. That book, no, bro.
You know what? Somebody hating wanting to increase their chances. My thumbs that shit
all right,
down.
So listen.
I just thumbs that shit up myself. C14. Now we're cooking. All right.
Listen. Hold on. Let's make it fair. I know we're gonna get thumbs down. I know this. So what kind of ratio can we do for thumbs up versus thumbs down? You're the mathematician here.
If you got 20 listeners, well, then you want 20 thumbs up, man. Are we there yet?
We want 20 thumbs up. That's the first.
And somebody thumbs down you. I don't know who thumbs down you, but whoever they are, whatever.
You're a miserable bitch. You don't want nobody to win. You just a miserable motherfucker.
Two of them.
Hey,
One of them.
yeah, don't forget to add in the subscribers to the Instagram, man.
They're over here messing with your emotions right now, man. They keep.
Nah, but hold on.
Two
Now
thumbs down, 15 up, and one down right now.
Now we got to do better for the people. We got to do better for the people.
Right. Yep. And
16.
don't forget for those listeners to subscribe to the It's Drunken Chat Ton on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to add that to you. And then yep.
Right. Hold on. Let me. All right. So.
Da-da-ding.
Oh. What? Well, Eric heard. He's such an amazing listener. He said, if you want to give away a Fleeting Darkness #2 that he did the colors for, oh wow, he's gonna add that. He's gonna add that into the prize. Cool. I'm with that. As an add-on, I'm with that.
So Dollar Ben says, thanks for the Supervillain Classics Galacticus Original #1 spec last week. He said he secured some pretty good copies, some VF copies for about $12. Okay.
That was him? That book exploded on eBay last week. And I'm not saying it's because of us. I'm not saying that at all. Somebody knows something.
Yeah. So just be aware that when I start talking about these books, most of the time I don't even have these books, right? So I don't have that Classics Galactus Original #1. I don't have that Peach Momoko freaking Thor Valkyrie number whatever we talked about a couple weeks ago. I don't have these books, but I do read stuff. But I just don't have them yet, and that's just the way it is.
When you point out a good book that makes sense, sometimes it just starts to sell after you make a pointing out of that book. And it just so happens to be that you happen to be Lucas at Comic Crusaders talking about a book.
Yeah.
Shit happens, man. I mean, but you know what? There's again, if somebody like, honestly, dude, you're ahead of the game, so it's cool to say like, hey, if you got some Lucas spec, you're probably gonna be beating a set of people. You might be beating a few people to the store, but I don't know. There's some other people out there. Like, and my local store is even like, man, you're coming in on a Friday? 'Cause I came in today instead of Monday, man. They're like, I'm like, there's nothing good out this week, man. But I was like, hey, man, but you got a Negan lips for my wife? And they were like, yeah, we got you one. So I'm like, I got everything I need, man.
So what's up with that Negan Lives, man? Freaking, should I get that book? Because
I'm not paying $5 for that. You crazy as fuck.
It's how much?
$5? $5. $4.99. Oh no.
And Midtown is $500.
So my local store supposedly sold their gold copy for $90.
Really?
Wow.
And they sold, but the gold copy apparently had bindery tears on both corners. The silver foil copies were apparently good looking copies. They sold both of those too. They do their little Facebook Live auctions and stuff like that. So the books are kind of either getting spoken for and stuff like that. And my buddy who used to work there moved to a different city, so I don't normally have like the normal inside like, hey man, could you just go ahead and like pull one of these for me? Like, and I used to be in there every Tuesday, and just I'm slipping, man.
Yo, why come I can't add all four of y'all to the? There we go. Well, so
yeah, we're there.
Nah, I mean, yeah. Listen, I don't want to cut y'all off.
No, it's cool, man. It ain't about us, man. I know this. This is about the wheel.
It is about the wheel, but I've already separated myself from this book.
That's the previous exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con too.
Parameters need to be set. I didn't think it was a $75 book. We give it away. I'm already separated.
All right. So the Venom 3 first print, I sold my raw copy for $90, and I sold my third print for $145.
Bro, I sold my first
$4, and I just picked really clean. You know me, man. Spine break free. Flat copies. So when I picked these copies, and of course I'm the type of guy that Mylars everything. and I just stashed them. And these were all in my box to go to MegaCon, but MegaCon canceled. I got nothing to drop off. MegaCon is going to be happening Halloween, though. Think about that. Cosplay with Halloween.
Yeah.
It's going to be lit.
You know there's going to be a lot of females that will be itching to freaking get hang it all out, man. So
well, let's just hope the COVID's not hanging all out too. So
newbie comics, I definitely checked out your show. Great, you got a great thing going on, brother. And anytime you want me to come on your show, I'll be more than welcome. If not, if you don't want me to come on your show, I understand. I'm very, 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 very controversial. You know what I'm saying? if you want me to come on the show, I'll definitely come through. I like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's your man, Ultra Magnus. That's your people's.
I'm just saying stuff in the chat, man, and everybody's just thanking. You know,
newbie comics is definitely a cool cat. I definitely checked out a couple of his joints.
And he said he definitely have you on, man. So yeah, let me pop out that chat because that's not. There we go. There we go.
Yep. So Eric's heard was talking about he's got the that Miles Spider-Man number 12 and then number 20 because we brought it up. Good on you. And then who was it? Let's talk about the Dollar Bin. No, who was it? Somebody was talking about the Wraith number 1 and number 2 that it's a good time to get it because it's cheap. The cheapest that I'm the cheapest that I've seen is like a VF copy for like $50.
65 at my local store.
Yeah, I buy that, bro.
What happened? What? Now
I buy that book.
I'm not buying a very fine book for $65, man. I just don't have it in my heart, you know. Like, look, dude, I got a really, really good copy of Ultimate Fallout 3 or Ultimate Fallout 4, and it was one that I pulled out of the bag when I bought it before I stashed it, and I just pulled it out and checked it, pressed it up. Man, it's a good looking copy. It's like a 9.4, maybe 9.4, like 9.2. Yeah, hard all day. But not for like if it's a generous guy grading after a good night.
You know what's crazy? I had fucking 4 copies of Ultimate Fallout. I think everybody had 4 copies of Ultimate Fallout. I just sold them.
Dude, I blew out the second prints when I was working for the comic shop, man. Like I went
with the mask.
With the like the second print, yeah, with the one him pulling off the mask, and then the other second print, which is the regular Ultimate Fallout 4 cover with him like actually, you know, showing his face and stuff like that. But man, I pulled out so much back stock from that store and got like hot books for sale. That's because that's what my job was. Is like, dude, you guys are sitting on, you know, 200 long boxes back here full of back stock. Let me help you. Let me find your books. And that's, you know, what I did. But yeah, man, now it's for me, I just you know, I just collect what I like. And it's there's Venom is always kind of like one of those like I'm into it a little bit. Spider-Man was a book that I definitely read when I was like starting into comics because I remember the first Spider-Man comic I bought was actually the first appearance of Cardiac. Ooh. So I was in there with, and then I was like, oh, sweet Boomerang and that whole Carnage saga, man. I was there.
I mean, you was big on that Maniac. I love that spec. That was your spec. That I give you props for that. That was your spec.
What's
was the Maniac, the Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah.
He's holding the two Desert Eagles.
I mean,
remember that?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a Stegman book that was just crazy. And anytime you have a symbiote spinoff, it always seems to do well. But Maniac hasn't done as well as we would hope. And
yeah, let the B build. Let the B build, bro.
The dude was Venom for a bit there, which is cool, right? Like I think that's the coolest thing.
Let the beat build. Yo, BF. I hope I'm saying your name right. Come terrible names. BF Taylor. I want to know how you found out about this about the show because I never seen it before. But yo, you're more than welcome to join. You're gonna be added to the wheel. Just let me know where you came from. Let me know. You know,
I like it when you add people to the wheel.
Yeah, just add it to the wheel.
Get them on the wheel, man.
Dollar Ben, I do want to add you to the show. I want you to come on the show one of these days. Let me know what's good. Let me know if you're willing to come on because your knowledge is on point. You deserve to get some shine, brother. This is what I do. I give shine to people who deserve it. You know what I mean?
You know, Wraith is also that one book from that Annihilation set that I really slept on, and I shouldn't have.
Which one is that? The prologue?
Yeah, 'cause all those Annihilation, the miniseries books, the Wraith, Quasar, Star Lord,
Yeah.
all those, man. Like I'm all about that cosmic, especially Abnett and Lanning cosmic, man. They did really good as far as I'm concerned with revival of the like cosmic side of things.
Exactly. Yeah. It's once again, it's that whole thing with some interesting stuff. When you look at what Donny Cates is trying to do, what's happening right now, yeah, definitely that Annihilation prologue. There's some weird stuff in there. And then once again, I keep talking about that big backsplash that was in Venom number 25. Look at that backsplash and then go back to Annihilation prologue number 0. Don't buy it. Stop. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I'm just saying, just if you get a chance, just go to a PDF or whatever. Just look at Annihilation prologue 0. The very last 2 or 3 pages, there's some really interesting stuff that's happening that could be pointing to what's going to happen in Venom number 25 in the future, which is why I am high on Phalanx number 25. I forget what the first appearance is. I had it around here somewhere. But once again, the Phalanx, Jonathan Hickman's been all over the Phalanx, and right now it looks like Donny Cates may be trying to slowly drip that stuff in, and I don't understand why. That if there was anything that I would be speculating on, that would be the one that I would be looking at.
Monty Keys just came from the IG is kind of popular right now.
That's cool. Well, that's cool.
People love the free shit. People love the free shit.
So Lucas is taking care of all the names. That's cool too, man.
You gotta have my man be up there.
He's in there.
We got London in the UK. We got 17 live listeners at 2 in the morning. This is the shit. This is the shit I love. It's the shit I love. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about hitting 1,000 views. 1,000 views was great at one time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care about all of that, man. I just want to talk comics. I don't care Lucas and you and whoever else is here to talk about comics. I'm not a great speculator by any means. I hit on a couple.
But we all, you know what, man? You know what I love? I love people who read like off the wall, weird corners of weird things. Like I talked about this a long time ago, and nobody paid attention to it.
Give it to us.
The story of the first meeting of 2 of Marvel's probably biggest mutant characters in the X universe, in my opinion. 2 very big fan favorites of kids, especially from the 90s. The first story, and this has got 3 things going for it. It's a story of the first meeting between Wolverine and Cable.
Okay.
All right. Because if you remember, after Cable's introduction, they did Extinction Agenda, and right before Extinction Agenda, they had that Wolverine and Cable cover with Cable jumping on them with claws out, right? Remember that? And and they get into a little fight in there, and it's a classic Rob Liefeld type of, you know, throwing people over, breaking boxes, you know, that type of stuff. But you know, they talked to each other like they knew each other, and everybody was like, "Whoa, Wolverine knows this guy? Cable must be like the most badass thing ever, right?" So, fast forward to 1999. You remember when Stephen Platt was like everything everybody wanted to be in?
I remember my brother used to go crazy for Platt books.
Man, and you know what? There's still people who still go crazy for Platt books, but you notice, like, it's like a lot of these mainstream big-time artists, when they start out, they do interiors, and then when they get really, really big, they only do covers.
What was that, Prophet 4? I think it was.
Well, Prophet was like when he jumped from Marvel, because Platt did that Moon Knight run.
Moon Knight, yep, I got it. Yep.
You know, the final phase and stuff like that. Mark Spector, Moon Knight. I had that run, and that was like one of the sets of books that I sold in order to buy the setting for my wife's engagement ring. But I know, right? Dude, comic books have always done good for me. So, but there is a book that was done in 1999 that is a full Stephen Platt penciled book called Wolverine and Cable, Guts and Glory, and it's cheap. And it's a deluxe. It's like a deluxe format, so it's like real thick. So it is. You know, it's one of those books that, you know.
So you think Stephen Platt could pop again?
Well, yes. He doesn't pop, but he's like one of those artists that has, like me, man. Like everybody likes to knock Liefeld, but guess what? Liefeld has a ton of fans. And when he does an exclusive, there are fans lining up to buy them. You know, Stephen Platt doesn't do books no more, but you know, at one time, he was getting paid like $38,000 an issue or something ridiculous for. Yeah, dude. Like during the days of Glut in the '90s when they were selling a ton of books like that. Well, I mean, yeah, Dollar Ben's right. It wouldn't be an episode of appearance for me if I didn't, you know, preach Liefeld and my love for cable.
Hold on. Yo, I invited Dollar Ben on. You just gonna ignore my request for you to come on?
No, but seriously, it's a Stephen Platt book. If you're a Stephen Platt fan, it's got short, stubby Wolverine, like the way Wolverine needed to be drawn, man. Like all 5'3" of them, and just like thick as anything, just like ready, you know. You know, the way Wolverine needs to go. And let's just say this: the book does lack a little bit of action between Wolverine and Cable. Cable really doesn't get down in there the way he should, but. You know, it's one of those things, man. I do think it is one of those Stephen Platt books that hasn't hit yet. I check on it like every now and then when I organize my collection. I go see just to see what certain books are doing, but not really doing too hot. You can buy for under $10, I think.
Yo, we might be getting Dollar Ben on the show for a quick. How many? Yo, we got 30. We got 50 minutes left. We are at we almost at the threshold.
Yeah.
Two more. We already got over 20 likes.
22. You got 18 watching now, so that's
we got 18 watching that. Now what we say? We said 20 live listeners and 20 likes. Is that what we said? 25. No, Ultra. This is just it.
Oh no! I don't know how many giveaways you were trying to do. Just the one?
No. I got more. I got more in store, but that's gonna be like I want us to reach that goal first, and then we're gonna give away other books.
All right. Well, if you're gonna give away other books, then you should light that thing up, and I think you should give something away here real quick.
Yeah, we should do something right now, right?
Yeah. Especially if we've only got 40 more minutes of Mel, then definitely.
I agree with that.
Hey, so before you do that, I wanted to show you guys something. Go ahead and share share that screen, Mel.
No.
So this is how big this. So this is how this is how big this character is coming, right?
Yep.
They actually did a news thing in a Swedish news organization.
What?
On Null, a major news organization in Sweden on Null. Think about that. That's how big this character is now.
Well, you know what?
Go ahead.
I caught the previews before COVID. Did you?
No.
I'm sure you did because I know how you roll. Like, dude, everything Marvel was pushing. This is supposed to be like. This was supposed to be done and like over with by now. We were all supposed to get through Empire. Null was supposed to come and like be here, and like we were all supposed to be already like super hyped up for it. But we missed all of the hype books that Marvel apparently had planned, and I don't remember how many books they canceled, but they canceled a few as far as I know, right? So you remember Marvel? No big events for a while. I swear. And then what happens? They do a big event. So I mean, but dude, he's big. He's gonna be big for sure.
This is we give away this book. This is crazy.
Well, hey man, look, I sold a book at $90 that was a regular cover A first print, not even a variant. That I paid $4 for. So if it does get that big, man,
who's doing this type of shit, sir?
Dude, the market has survived and thrived really well in this COVID market.
Yo,
I don't understand it myself, man. I really don't.
Oh, Eric. I seen this cover. Fleeting Darkness. Eric Hurd did this cover. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
I've seen this cover before. This is a beast. He wants to give it away. He wants to. See what I mean by people want to get this shit away? Eric Hurt, please. I'm talking to you on IG now. We're gonna definitely gonna throw this in as a bonus. So Eric, you say your parameters. But we got 20 thumbs up, right? I said we get to 25 live listens and 20 thumbs up. Is that what you said, Ultra?
Man, look, I said I was going to say 20, and I was going to say if you only have one book to give it away right before you signed off. But if you're giving away multiple books, then you got the option.
I'm giving away multiple books. I know, this is up to you, man. I'm putting.
You know what time it is? I think it's time to give something away. If you got
listen. Nico said, "I don't want to fucking hear you guys give away a book for fucking 3 hours." This is exactly what we did. This is exactly what we did. But how many Jokers are there?
How many what?
3.
How many? Is 3 Jokers?
That's why they have a series coming out called 3 Jokers.
Yep.
A lot of people are promoting this 3 Joker shit, right?
Yeah. So 3 Jokers with the the Rebirth third print with the Flash showing the 3 Jokers in the back.
Yeah, appeared before that.
Justice League 50.
What?
So there's also a John Romita Jr. variant of that one.
I don't have that. So
the art is not better. Believe me, it is not better. That is the better artwork.
I don't have a John Romita Jr. Okay, we're gonna do this way. This is now. What? Please, somebody got to be the value guy. How much is this? How much is this going for right now?
Tell you what. Let me use my expertise since I'm the expert here. Since Nico's definitely not here and he's got like those skills. So let's just take a look.
What? That was like what? I've been told about he coming on next week. I don't know if I'm doing
all
this
right, so they are currently available for as little as $6 and as high as $20.
What you mean $6? We don't do under $10 books here.
Oh, second print. Oh, my bad. There's a second print for $6 with 2 available.
Look, what the fuck wrong with this dude, man?
Wait a minute. Hey. Yeah, $14.99.
It's over $10.
Yeah, it's over $10.
It's over $15 technically.
The variant and second print sell for the same amount of money.
Listen, this is a $15 book.
Yeah, all day.
Win, but I want you guys to tell your people. Say, hey, Mel be drunk all the time. He's just be giving away shit. You gotta let people know. We give this away for free. And you know what? Without further ado, Lucas, where the wheel at, man?
See what now?
Where the wheel at, man?
Oh, wait. Hold up. Yeah.
Bring the wheel.
Bring the
wheel.
Yeah, where the fuck is the wheel? What happened to it? Uh-oh.
Lucas fucking up, man.
Yeah. It's around here somewhere. I'll find it. But,
hold on, we gotta put everybody's name back on the wheel.
Oh, wait. There we go. Bam. There we go. All right.
So you added my man Newbie Comics to the wheel. Viv Taylor to the wheel.
Yep. He's in there. Go ahead, push it.
Marty Keys, you got to add to the wheel.
Yep. I got so far I've got Rob Fordham, Patrick Malango, Edric Hurd, Comics for Four and Six Boy 73,
yep.
Vinny Perez, Richard C, The Martian Comic Hunter, the Coom 143, Dollar Ben, Ultra Maximus, Newbie Comics, Bob Taylor, and Modern Keys right now.
Nah, take Ultra Maximus off. He can't be part of the wheel.
I don't need any more comics, believe me. I'm good, man. Thanks.
All right.
And it figures the one time I try to, like, okay, yeah, I'll be in on this one. I win a comic that I have, and I'm like, yeah, nah.
And don't forget, thumbs down, since some motherfucker decided to go in there.
Yeah, you got to put that one thumbs down. Hold on, how many people we got in the wheel? We don't got 20. We got 21 people watching right now. Okay, listen, for the people who's watching, who just came on, right? All you got to do is comment, and your name will be added to the wheel to get free prizes. How fucking simple is that?
Live comment, not comment below. Live comment.
And then you guys will get your books, because it's people who have gotten $4 books, $30 books. Nothing.
Yo, Adam just joined. Welcome, Adam.
This is what I'm talking about, man. That's all you got to do. Enrique
in Normandy today.
Fucking Germany and shit.
That's not Germany, but it's.
Nah, I sent him the book. He was stationed in Germany.
Enrique, shit, yeah.
Serving our country and shit, man. Come on, man.
No, I know, but Normandy is definitely not Germany.
I'm sorry.
It's
I cool. With Normandy.
It's Drunken Chat. You're allowed to. Your geography is not important during Drunken Chat.
Drunken Chat. Oh, that was New York. Los, let me ask you something, Los. Why you ain't comment until it was time for some free shit? I'm keep it real. I mean, no matter what, you're gonna be added to the list. I just want to know why you ain't decided to comment before, man. We talk some good shit here, bro. Keep it real. No, bro.
Los just got here. I'm feeling the karma. He just got here, man.
It's all good. Oh, look, Nero. Nero violin. What the fuck is that? Yo, Nero, whatever.
See, he even just confirmed. Just got here. Watching Absolute Geek.
I'm not coming at you crazy. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm not coming at you crazy, bro. Oh, Nero violin. Why did you just not comment? I appreciate you.
You find some copyright-free music to play in your background, bro.
Oh, okay. So Los was watching Absolute Geek. I see. That's a good answer right there. Los, you know what? Put Los's name in there twice.
Mel handing out free spots here on the wheel.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I do.
Yeah.
It's the comfortability of having your own shit. I can do that.
Hey, just as a reminder for the listeners that just joined up, don't forget to go to Instagram and join It's Drunken Chat Son, the newly joined channel on It's Drunken Chat Son. Make sure you become a subscriber to that. Ultra Maximus, did you have an Instagram or something that you wanted them to join up, click on, anything like that?
They don't have to. I'm not important, but this is my Twitter down the name.
I mean, hold on. You know what? It's not fair. It is not. It really isn't fair. I take the other move. The thought was there. The thought was there, Los. The thought was there.
Well, Enrique, don't worry. If you've only got 10 minutes to listen, and you listen tomorrow when you check the whatever, and you find out you won, just make sure you message Mel through the channel, through YouTube. He'll just get at him, and he'll make sure he gets your book. But
he got my email because there's one going to his PO box already. He won last week. So.
Oh yeah, all right, straight.
You know what I'm saying? Adam Lebednik, he's an OG. Me and Adam go way back like rocking chairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We got my man Newbie Comics in there.
Yep. Got Newbie Comics in there. Yep.
All right, Los, please understand. I wanted to add you, but it definitely would have been fit. I think it's just straight cheap shit. Jackie Puppet, Town Beers. Yo, put Jackie Puppet on there, but no extra. Just get one spot for Jackie Puppet. This is all I want you guys to do. Just comment. Just comment once and let me know you're enjoying the show, bro. That's all I want.
So you get anything at the store this week, Mel? While these guys are getting gassed up for this giveaway?
I killed him. I killed him this week.
So what do you mean you killed him this week?
Yo,
cleaned him out.
Caden, I got like two Caden number 6s. Second appearance of fucking Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Clone Wars, because like this is like the first week of everything getting popping.
Yeah.
Opening the store. Oh, I bodied them, son. Yo, Clone Wars 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fucking Kanan 1, 2, 5, 6. I got some Miles Morales shit. Just Miles Morales covers. Like I'm just buying Miles Morales covers that I like. I think that Here's Negan book with the new speculated interest in Negan. I think that's a good book to have. It was like a little. It wasn't hardcover like I thought it was. It was like a little skinny book.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Hip Hop Variants of all the thing.
Oh, my man.
No, we're not going to talk about that because we got to do a show.
you should definitely talk to Lucas about what you and I talked about. But there's 147 of them, just in case anybody wants to know.
And you want $2,000 for them?
I told you I wouldn't take less than $2,500 for the set.
You told me $2,000. You gave me the low price.
I gave you what? What are you talking about? I never said no love price.
You definitely did. You definitely did.
Did I?
No,
I said $2,500 was probably the love price.
No, you definitely did. You definitely did.
But no, man, that's a set that I'm not kidding, man. When MegaCon came, I was like, yo, I'm gonna finish this set, and sure enough, I finished the set that year. Like, for real. And then the later ones really got really hard to get.
That's what because when everybody still clicking. Nobody give a fuck about fucking.
Nobody gave a crap about them, and the qualifiers were still like 200%. And the stores are like, I'm not ordering that stuff. So I'm holding a book in my hand, but I'm trying to find. I got.
What you giving away? You gonna do a giveaway?
You talk about all this. Here's Negan. I've got a couple copies of this book, but none of them are. They've all got a ding corner, and that's why I got them.
See, this is what Nico's talking about. We waiting too long to give away a goddamn book. Hold on. Let's give away. But this is what people are here for. You know what I'm saying?
That's what people are here for.
I like Los. I like Los ass, man. And I like newbie comics is definitely enjoying the show. I appreciate you, bro. Listen, when I come on your show, we gonna shake shit up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You never had a drunk motherfucker. Y'all really tight. Y'all really militant over there. Fuck all that.
Do it. All right. So they're all talking about hitting the wheel. So I think you should give away something because then you got something else to give away.
I got more. I got not a stack, but I got some good shit to give away.
Because it's 2:35, man. We running out of milk time.
True. You right about that. All right. So Lucas, how do I put this? Oh, there we go. This is for Justice League 50. We don't do dollar books here, son. We don't do the fucking books that the motherfuckers throw in the boxes for y'all. I'm like, hey, buy this box with the dollar comics in here and a fucking store variant that just don't want to give a fuck about no more.
I'm gonna take these books that I was messing with and put them back in the box.
I literally pulled a couple of books out the box. Like, yo, fuck, I want to do a Drunken chat and giveaway. Listen, Justice League 50. Not only is it the first appearance of Three Jokers, it's the first appearance of Jessica Cruz also. By the fucking way.
Well,
so listen, I think Lucas, if Ultra Max ain't got nothing to say about it, we got one thumbs down. They don't have. Oh, for those who don't know, the motherfucker, if it gets a thumbs down, nobody wins. This book goes back home with me.
Yep. That's the way it's supposed to work.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Because you got a one jackass to give a thumbs down. He's just a dick. This goes to show how much dickhead people in the world.
Bringing them bad vibes in here with the crap.
All right, so fuck it. I'm talking to one shit. Spin the goddamn wheel.
All right.
Hit it.
If you live overseas, I'm gonna fucking hate you forever. Yes.
Ooh, yes. Eric Hurd. Congratulations, Eric Hurd.
Eric Hurd, you won your own grand prize because I'm gonna add that book that you said, but we'll do it for another one. Eric Hurd, send me your address. It's drunkenchatson@gmail.com. Send it to me, and I get that book out to you sometime next week. Now,
is he the same one as overseas?
Nah. He's good. He's good people. He did. Eric Hurd did the first It's Drunken Chat Son logo.
Really?
Yes, he did. So I'm always grateful for Eric Hurd, and also he's the one who did the cover. For Fleet of Darkness, and that was going to be a prize, but he won it, so he doesn't win his own prize. So, but he's a phenomenal artist, and if you guys ever need any graphic work done, he is super phenomenal at what he does. So, shout him out. We got a couple of minutes, 20 minutes of Mel left. But this book just blew up out of nowhere. I'm trying to do good segues.
And which book blew up?
Hold on.
Which one you talking about? That
I gotta make sure it's over fucking over fucking $10. We don't do cheap shit. Really? Listen, and not because he's my friend, not because those guys are just fucking super phenomenal. The Bolo box. A fucking virgin Purple Rain? Come on, son. A virgin Yoda? And it sounds like that I'm promoting them, but yeah, fuck it, I am promoting them. They're good people. Good people deserve to be promoted. And if you don't like what I'm doing, I don't give a fuck. Bolo box. It's a good box. Did I get one? No, I didn't get one yet. I'm gonna get one. I didn't want to pay the Bolo prices, but now I regret that I didn't, because that Yoda's in there, that fucking Virgin Purple Rain is in there. But do that. And if you guys got a mystery box, and I like that mystery box, I don't want no free shit. I want to pay for the box. And I'm gonna up and up. If anybody knows me, despite what a lot of people fucking said about me, I'm a good guy.
What did you do, Mel?
I didn't do shit. I tried to bring peace to the comic community, and I got killed. That's a whole other story. So, you know, I've always been big on Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, right?
From the get-go.
From day one, A1. Day one, A1.
You remind me every day that me leaving that variant on the rack that it sat on. The 1 in 25 sat on that rack for a good week. And I'm like, I guess nobody wants it. I guess I don't want it either then. Stupid.
Motherfucker, I said, this motherfucker. Yeah. Okay, this book was on. I definitely want to get Nick on the show at some point too, but this book was definitely one of key collectors. Whoa, time out. Let me consult with William right quick and Lucas right quick. I'm going to see you guys both this photo, and do we need to set parameters, or just we need to go with it? Hold on, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's no way. It's no fucking way.
All right, I see it coming.
Lucas,
I see you typing.
Lucas, did you get it?
Hold up. Let's see.
Nah, he's wild. This son is wild.
That's an outlier, because I've got one that I was trying to price last night. Like, the hell is that?
Yeah, but it's over $15.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
so Moon Girl is going to need an enemy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all can agree on that. This book has spiked up. It was a $20 book. Now it's currently sitting at $15, and I'm giving it away.
What? Really?
Huh. Well, that's funny because
Wow.
All right.
Some motherfucker got it at 64. He's crazy.
So
That's a nice book to give away. You like the spec on that book though?
Yeah, because it's a cartoon coming up, man. She needs
right. So yeah, so that whole last year before they shut that whole series down, it was a great year, right? Especially if you were if you were a speculator like me and you were buying every single issue, it was a great year. I had a freaking great year. Let's making some money off of some Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, right? Because in between just all the Luna, whatever her name was, and then Moon Echo was a Girl Moon, and then the
Omni Points.
Yeah, then the Devastator, Omni Points, and the freaking Devil Boy. And then the Princess Fist. It was a great year, man. I mean, there were just so many new characters that was just thrown in there that could definitely going to probably show up within the cartoon. That it was just, I mean, and that was it was even before the cartoon was announced that there was a lot of good stuff in there. So, but 60. I mean, for that, I just don't know. I just don't know about that. But
he's asking for that. He ain't gonna get it.
Was that a soul?
No.
That was an Aspen.
Are there any other copies out there right now?
Yeah, it's a $20. It's a $20 book.
Okay.
But there's a second print for that too.
I don't give a fuck about the second print. I'm tired of the second print bullshit. I'm not getting my fat ass up to go to the fucking store twice.
You got to see the cover though, because it's got her on the cover, man, and you know how Miss Marvel is, and there's a bunch of other second print reasons to have a book like that. So it's available though. But that's the thing; it's available. It's cover price. However, they'll probably be wiped out because there's non-results, and I expect there to be none by tomorrow morning. Just because you mentioned the book.
But hold up, motherfuckers are selling that joint for $98 for $150.
Word.
Yo,
that book blew up crazy.
What happened?
I'm telling you something. This is a Dale Horton spec, by the way. Shout out to my man Dale Horton. I love that kid. He a really good dude.
But Mel, you've been on the Moon Girl spec with of course all of her variants and all the early variants.
Because of my niece, and my niece loves her. She just.
What about the hip hop variant?
What about it? Nobody gave a fuck about the hip hop variant before.
What's it doing?
I know you.
I'm looking.
Yeah, that's what I hired you for.
What?
We're not gonna fire you randomly, just like.
All right. Well,
wow.
July 3rd. So this one actually just ended at 34 plus 6 shipping. So 40 shipped for a Moon Girl hip hop variant.
Which you even went away? Is that what you're
trying to say? I got no spares. Actually, I got spares, but not of that one. I got no spares of the good ones, man. It really sucks.
There's only $198 on eBay, and it's $300.
Lucas, are you giving away a book?
No, because once again, so what I want to do is once again, like the companies, they sent me some stuff. They're sending some stuff. That's the stuff that I want to give away. And it's not just books. It's freaking cards and just product and all this stuff. That's stuff I want to give away. It just hasn't arrived yet. If you want to know what that stuff is, Comic Crusaders. They had some videos. I think was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Where they talked about a whole bunch of the Marvel and Upper Deck stuff. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that we should be giving away. I gotta watch the video myself, but you're supposed to be sending it to me within the next couple of days, and that's the stuff that I'll be giving away in the next giveaway. That's the stuff that was supposed to go to Bob Fordham, but instead of sending it to me on time, they just held it back.
So what if a book sells for $20 plus 5 shipping, and then 99 cents plus 8 shipping? That's a swing, man. No,
whatever a motherfucker pay for a book.
Every time I'm pulling out a book that I think I should give away, I'm checking out. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. There's a good buy now, and then I see an auction that just crushes it. Like, oh well.
It's like you digging some slabs over there.
I mean, the market is healthy, man. It really is. I've actually sold a lot of books in the last couple of weeks. I'm thankful for it. I started talking about them on my YouTube videos and stuff like that.
I was in a random forum that was like, "Oh, comic books don't sell like how they used to back in the day." That motherfucker, are you in the market? Bitch, I can pay my rent. I can pay my rent just based on what Kingley can put out.
Let's see, what's this thing doing here? Because you say we don't give away crap books, right? We don't give away.
We don't do that on Drunken Chat, son. And I feel we haven't said it's Drunken Chat Son in a minute. First one who says it's Drunken Chat Son in the chat gets an extra name added to the list.
Okay. Well, I think I got one. How many watchers we got?
Hold on. First person who says it's Drunken Chat Son in the chat on YouTube gets an added name.
That's a good one.
This is crazy.
Adam. I don't know how long ago you saw that, though.
Yeah, so there's 21 watching now, and nobody was listening.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up.
Man, we only got 12 more minutes of Mel.
There you go. Dollar bin. All right.
You don't want free books, though. You motherfucker. See, I'm slow. Gotta give it $1 bin. Throw $1 bin on there. Yeah, I'm moving badly.
This one's on the rise too. I like seeing this book, getting its due.
Add $1 bin. Add $1 bin.
Watch this be nicer than the copy I got in my box.
All right, what you got?
So what's the giveaway? What's the next giveaway? Interval.
I'm doing a Moon Girl. Right? Yeah, I'm doing a Moon Girl.
The first appearance of Princess Fisk.
All right,
and that's a good one because if they're going to have a cartoon, she's going to need a villain.
Exactly,
and that's going to be most likely her biggest villain.
So how many other books are you giving away tonight?
Just your book and the grand prize.
The grand prize is that Venom.
Grand prize is that Venom.
All right. I think I got a good one.
Ooh.
Wow. Thanos Hip Hop?
Thanos Hip Hop. I said I got doubles. None of the really expensive ones, because of course.
But that's like a $20 book.
Yeah. And of course, it's this really high grade one that I picked off the shelf, and it's in a Mylar, just because that's how I roll. So yeah, let's give away your Moon Girl, and then we'll see what's going on with the count and how many people are in the chat.
That's true. Let's do it.
So you think it's time to give away a book?
Yeah, Lucas, we're gonna do back to back. I don't want to give away this video. I might just lie to everybody. Say fuck y'all. I mean, more people hate me. I don't go.
All right. Well, you hit 25 thumbs ups. So
yeah, we did. I got to be true to the people. I'm gonna hate giving away this book. Damn.
I wish there was a bigger book, though. Honestly, $1 bin, really do. Oh, now everybody's coming in saying it's Drunken Chat. How you like that? I guess there's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
But you know what? Before you spin the wheel, add Jonathan to the shit. Jonathan, because he commented before the spin. Got to come before the spin.
Jonathan Centrone, okay.
And you got Martian in there for his
Martian
Drunken and Newbie too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a head start. Right? I want you guys to promote that we're giving away the Venom 3 on your Instagram, do I have on Facebook, motherfuckers as well? Yeah, listen.
Yeah, put it on there that you're giving away a Venom 3, Thanos #1 hip hop variant, and that Moon Girl 32.
No.
Hey.
You know what? No. We're gonna do. If you show me proof in my Instagram, private message or DM, whatever the fuck you call it, right? You show me proof that you put this on your Facebook page or Instagram page that you're promoting this, that we're giving away, and promoting the IG page. You get an extra name added to that, as well as the Thanos hip hop variant. But you gotta send it to me in my IG page, and the IG page is Drunken Chat Son IG. Nice. I think that's fair, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh well, thank you, $1 bin. He said I'm giving away a solid book. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So the first person who messages me, letting people know on IG or Facebook that I'm giving away a Venom 3 PX variant. It's the extra name added to their list. That's fair. And an extra name added to the Thanos hip hop variant. Come on, y'all scramble. Let's go.
Put it up. I can't spin the wheel. I don't have.
No, we can spin the wheel. No, spin the girl. we can spin the wheel for the moon girl.
Oh, you want to know something sick? I bought one of these Ultimates 2 number 3 Stephanie Hans variants, and I gave one to Trey. Well, no, he definitely earned a book like that. Helped me get my grail.
Shout out to my man Trey.
But yeah, I'm just looking up books right now, just seeing kind of like what some past books that I've given away, kind of they're selling for. And man, people are asking almost $100 for that book now.
You know what? I was on the wrong Instagram for the longest time.
How many Instagrams you got, man?
This is 2 now.
All right, where's this wheel at?
Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel for this moon girl.
All right, here we go.
All right, we're gonna give away the moon girl. Giving away the moon girl. And Moon Girl after 19 is good spec.
Is that Jackie Puppet?
Wow, that was like,
Woo.
That was going to stop on the line.
Yeah.
You know how close it was to going back to Germany?
Oh wow.
Hey, Jackie Puppet, send me an address. Number one, I thank you for listening to us. It's Drunken Chat.
Oh, this is so entertaining. You know what?
Man.
My chair's shock absorber's blowing out. So
Jackie Puppet, send me information to this, and I get you out this moon girl.
yeah.
And Newbie Comics, don't be stealing none of my ideas neither. I'm fucking with you, bro.
Called him out like that.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm stealing that shit.
Yes. So yeah, man, you got 27 now. Thumbs up. What's up?
Yeah. What did you guys think of that Gabrielle Delato Mickey Mouse joint? Popped off.
Missed it.
Yeah.
Missed it. I didn't know where to buy that shit at.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, man, that's pretty good, but I don't know. It wasn't priced or anything. It was just like, I'll freaking get it later, and then next thing I know, it blows up. I don't even understand, man.
You know, it's the same thing with like the DuckTales books. Like I watched all those retail incentive DuckTales books go by me for like $8, and some of those blew up for big money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I forget which one it was, but it was one of those DuckTales joints. It was like a 1 to 25, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm selling it for like 80. I don't know why. I don't understand, but it was like, okay, fuck it.
Dollar Bin Fodder, please add him an extra name because he was the first. Here we go. He was the first. He definitely did it.
All right.
Dollar Bin got like 500 names on this shit right now, right? On the wheel. He did it. He did it. I can't get mad at that. Dollar Bin really want this Venom shit. I was just selling it to you for like a low price. And
I was going to sell it to you on the low, but you can win it instead.
Yeah.
I like your shirt too, Mel.
Yeah, get over it. This is to everybody who hates me in the comic world. Get over it.
I mean, really, who hates anybody else? Like, I don't understand all this hate going around, man. I'm a grown ass man. I don't have the time to hate somebody. I got shit to build. I got garbage to take out.
It's multiple people that I found that didn't like it. I was like, what the fuck did I do that? I haven't done it to nobody. But whatever, man. I don't care. We'll just leave it like that. Give a fuck.
Yeah, and I think Bob was talking about the Disney D23 variant. That's just like. Pfft.
Where do you get that? Where did you get that book from? How do you get that book?
That book, they only handed out like 15 of them or something ridiculously low. And you had to be at like some Disney dinner that Disney was like, hey, we're only giving these out to you people who are in attendance.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those Disney member clubs that there's I forget what the name of the club is, but the people that are in that club, those are the people that get to like see like the secret side of Disney World and shit. And there was a world for them at their D23, and they got the shit. And now
pretty sure it's like big certain level. Like you have so many shares of Disney. Okay, yeah, you're in this club.
Yeah,
you know that thing that they say about they're in a club and you ain't in it.
Yeah.
Well, there's apparently people who are in that club. Yeah,
Club 33. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Dollar Bin got that book. Dollar Bin got that. Dollar Bin got that.
That's a crazy book to own. You know, being the first Disney Marvel, combination book.
Which one does he have? Does he have the color or does he have the sketch?
The sketch is the one that they only handed out at dinners.
Right.
Wasn't the color the one per store?
No, the color one was also handed. No, the color one was handed out at D23. And then the sketch, that was the one that was only handed out to the Club 33 members.
Mm.
So, still the color was still fetching some pretty good
absolutely
money.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I haven't checked in a while, but there was one copy that went for like over $10,000 for that sketch. So, you're just gonna make some money off of your vacation and all that off.
Yeah, you already have money. You already got money.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Rich people, I hate
fucking people. They got handed that comic book. They was like, "Man, what the fuck is this?" And they threw it in the trash. And somebody just walked by and saw it.
Threw it in the trash. Threw it in the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we in our circles, Mel, there was some people that we know that were involved with the transfer of ownership of one of the white sketches, which is ridiculous. Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
April 30th. You see
I was
this?
going to mention the name, but I didn't. But I was biting my nail.
So Marvel Comics 1000, the D23 Expo Black and White variant, sold by Excelsior Collectibles, which I believe is the old Stan Lee shop.
How much?
It says best offered said strike through. Their advertised price was $18,000, $17,900.
Was it 9.8 or raw?
9.8.
Oh, they got a CGC? Okay.
Yeah,
because the last one I saw was a raw, and that was for 17. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the CGC 9.8 Ramos autograph. Wow.
So I guess the lesson learned right now is that to pay attention to Disney / Marvel books, right?
Well, look at Star Wars. That's a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they canceled the book and then they relaunched it again with the new #1, it still sells. It still has a strong reader base, and all the old Star Wars books are good spec.
Yes.
And it's a Disney property. Even though, I remember having a Return of the Jedi book, like as a kid, not the comics, obviously, but I had like a hardcover book. And I know the Star Wars saga is loved by many people, but I kind of fell off after they killed Han. I was like, yeah, this is kind of. I watched them all, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Another good example is so there's a book out there, and I was paying attention to it over this whole COVID thing. It's called the Star Wars Imagineering, Star Wars Galaxy Imagineering book. It was only handed out to people that actually worked on some of the Star Wars movies. That's a $2,500 book.
Crazy books like that. Obviously you guys know about the Unicron cover Transformers Universe from the convention. That was not even a sanctioned book. It was done third party, completely independent.
Yeah.
went and printed them himself. So I got a rare book, man, and now people are paying thousands of dollars for it just because of the artwork. It's one of those things, man.
You never know, man. You know, we're out here freaking trying to do the math, and then all of a sudden this book comes out of nowhere. It's
all right, well, I'll tell you what. We have 27 thumbs up. It's 3:03 a.m.
We get. It's time. It's time to get out of there.
Give away that Thanos.
Dollar bit father.
Yeah, let's give away the gauntlet. I got a gauntlet to give away. Who wants this gauntlet? You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Let me add the stream.
All right, here we go. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. And let's see, it stops on Jonathan Centrone. Oh, wait. Yep, Jonathan Centrone. Congratulations.
Got yourself a gauntlet, bro.
That's nice. You got an email. Where can they reach you at? Or you want me to reach you?
Just have them reach out through you, and then you just message me and tell me where to send it, and I'll get it out to them. Priority package, as long as it's United States. it's international.
It's drunkenchatson@gmail.com is the fucking email. I mean, boom. I prolonged this for a long time. For about 4 hours.
Why you want to come live earlier?
No. I'm talking about giving away this Venom book. I don't want to give shit away. But the motherfuckers reached the parameters. The motherfuckers did it. You motherfuckers did it. And
can they at least pay for the shipping on this motherfucker?
Nah, I got him. The simple dirty fact that I would have got 7 thumbs down if I wasn't giving shit away. It's phenomenal. But I love you guys. On some real shit. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in at fucking 3 a.m. on a motherfucking 4th of July weekend. That says a lot. It really does.
Yeah, I got plumbing work to do tomorrow. And doesn't that sound like fun?
You guys are great. But what we're gonna do next time, because it's gonna be even greater giveaway, is I'm gonna let the thumbs down carry over. Because you motherfuckers like to give fucking thumbs down in the after hours when it's up for a week or 2. Y'all want to give thumbs down. I'm gonna carry them thumbs down over.
Negative energy.
And if I do a over 5-hour show, I get no thumbs down for a week, I'm giving away like a $5 book.
What?
Yeah, I'm just drunk. I know it's never gonna happen. I want to see if hate conquers love, or love could conquer hate. That's my test to people. Because love is conquering hate. Love is conquering hate right now. Love is conquering hate. Because you know what I'm saying? It goes to show that you guys really fuck with us. Not because of free books, just us talking shit. Probably you're probably here for free books. That's keep real. But you guys are hearing our free. $1 Ben, you are a great asset, and I definitely would love to invite you on. Enough with the bullshit. It is time. And this is and shout out I think Nick Hart got me this book. So shout out to Nick Hart.
Hart got me Unicron books from San Diego Comic-Con that year too, man. They're down a lot more, but they were selling for stupid money when he actually got me them for what he paid.
Lucas, put that 1 thumbs down. Put that. I hope it lands on it. Put that dirty motherfucker. Put thumbs down. Put that in there. I don't see that on.
Yeah, it's on there. That thumb down is right up there. Right.
It is. Damn, I don't want to get this. This is an $80 book. An $80 book.
Absolutely, Dollar Bin. I agree. Nick Hart is indeed a good dude. He reached out to me when I was eating dinner one night, asking me for the price of a book that he thought I was interested in, and I told him it was too much for me anyway. And he felt bad. I'm like, oh, it's cool, man. Like he's like, I feel bad now. I'm like, no, man, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I'm broke right now.
Yo, on some real shit. Fuck comic books. Nick Hart told me about the stock. He told me about the stock when it was at $5.51.
How you doing now?
It's up $22. I bought 174 shares.
Jesus. Whew.
So
what's up.
Mel?
God bless Nick Hart.
Mel? 25 grand day trade. Just saying. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I know. 25. You're gonna have 25 grand in your account. I can't do that.
You need that to day trade. So
I don't have 25 grand, bro.
I know, man. So like these heads out here be like buying $1 million worth of stock and selling it same day and cashing out $75,000-$80,000
For day trading.
For day trading, yeah.
Because they keep shorting stocks, the dickheads.
They're not shorting stocks. They're doing exactly what they're allowed to do. They're allowed to purchase $1 million worth of stock in the morning, and when that stock goes up 1 or 2%, they're allowed to sell it and profit. That's
so what about the people who coming from
the same thing with comics?
They talk shit about the stock, bring the price down, buy them up at that price. They borrow the shares and then sell them back up again.
It's the same dudes who be on the hater wave on eBay, bro. Telling you.
He said, "I bet Mel put this on his alt account." I should put this on the alt account.
That's messed up. No,
but you know,
Mel don't play dirty games like that. No.
I don't. This is just a testament to me. I'm a good dude. Listen, this is what y'all here for. Venom 3.
But seriously, we need to introduce you to
alt account. Alt account. It's just two alt accounts. I'm gonna get this shit.
No, some copyright DRM free music that you can play in the background without having your YouTube video scrubbed.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about fucking views and that sort of shit. That's what I have my people's here promoting just it's Drunken Chat, son. You know what I mean? It always was. It's Drunken Chat, son. I couldn't hide away from the name. It is what it is, bro. Hey, people gonna like it. People gonna hate it. You know, the only difference is I no longer give a fuck. I want everybody to like me, but I'm not going to whole story. We give away books here. Bro, this is what time it is.
It's time for the Venom. So I alphabetized my hip-hop variant collection this evening.
What the fuck? Stop fucking the whole... This is what it is. Grand prize. Yeah, that's a very good question, Eric. How do options work? We'll get into that next week. Okay. Spin the goddamn wheel.
I'm not authorized or legal to talk about those. I'm not a authorized trader there, Eric. You should consult somebody who is a professional.
No, you would come with us after hours because he's going to explain shit to me too.
I will say that it is a very good thing to do. However, don't do it off of that Robin Hood shit, because I don't know if you guys heard about that shit. The kid, he was like 20 years old. He was doing Robin Hood shit.
Was 750,000?
Yeah.
Saw the stock dive negative because the company was crashing. He thought he owed that money. So
I mean, he technically did, but
yeah.
He did. So he was like, man, fuck it, glass over. But dude, you 20 years old. So what? There are dudes. I mean, there are people running around here with $300,000 and freaking school debt. I mean, it ain't the end of the world. Come on now. All right, so
I'm about to be in debt $70 just because I wanted to do it.
And I don't even think the stock was even down that much. I don't just think that the stock hadn't settled for the day, and he saw his numbers were down so far, and he thought that he was like really, really screwed.
Yeah, spin the fucking wheel, man.
Hey, that's bad news. That's bad vibes, man. We don't need the bad vibes. We need the good vibes.
All right, here we go. Go ahead, put it full screen. Put it full screen.
Yeah, my fault. No.
Get rid of us.
Put it at the screen.
Away with you.
There we go. All right, here we go. This is for the big money ticket items. It's for the Venom 3.
Come on, thumbs down. Come on, thumbs down.
Here we go. Run it goes.
Patrick Milan. Anybody better? Hey, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him.
Congratulations, Pat.
He's been listening to his fucking unprincipled defects. You know what I'm saying? He's been around, supported me from everything. So I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
You got a good book just for listening. You know what I mean? So, hey, I mean, so hopefully the next time we do this, we'll have some better stuff, that won't hurt as much.
So Patrick, just to know that you're listening, you got to contact me. I ain't contacting you. If he doesn't contact me,
he's hoping he doesn't show. It's like, nobody contact me.
No.
Oh, see, he's there. Oh, Patrick, he's like, no, I'm lighting you up, man. I've already sent the email. Here's my address.
If he doesn't contact me, this is gonna go back.
Oh, Patrick, you just joined back. Well, congratulations. You won.
No, this motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker.
He's like, I'm here, because he heard his name. All good, man. All good.
Pat, I'm fucking this motherfucker been quiet for fucking 4 hours. This motherfucker here, man. What happened? I just joined. Hey, listen, nothing happened. Nothing
to see. Move along.
I just wanted to say what up. Patrick, if you know what happened, type it in the chat. You know it. You got my address. Because he won last week. He definitely won last week.
Oh, is he the one who's over in Normandy?
No.
Oh.
But
I was going to say, Mel got it twice.
Patrick, what? Patrick, you got to type in the chat. What did you win to get the prize? What did you win, Patrick? He don't know because he wasn't listening. Yeah, this Corey Wine. Shut up,
dog been coaching.
Shut up.
No, that's good. No, make it happen.
Nah, Patrick, you won the first person to know PX variant. It's like an $80 book. You won the grand prize for tonight. Then you definitely thank you for listening, or thank you for just being around, making the numbers go up or whatever. But I know you listen because you OG. I ain't even tripping about that. So Patrick, you're gonna get that. Gotta start writing this shit down somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, man, it's a Venom 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been your week, huh? It's good. It should be everybody's week. Everybody should be having a good week, just like Patrick. And I burnt my hand earlier, but it was cool because the steak I was pulling out of the oven was well worth it. So it's cool.
Hold on. We got a guest that want to come through right quick. I'm gonna be on for the next 15 minutes, man. 15 minutes. I'm not gonna. This is why my wife hates me.
Hey, man, you got to work tomorrow for real?
I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow. I got to fucking get ready for my family to come through.
Still got to build that grill, man.
Got to build that grill.
Man,
nobody tells you about that shit.
You got anybody else in your building you can pay like $20 like a kid? Be like, hey man, put the shit together. Here's $20.
I don't live in a building. I live in a house.
You got a neighbor? Be like, yo,
bro. You know what's crazy? I called 2 people. I called the crackhead dude. He didn't pick up the phone. I called my man who always put together my shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm a fucking union engineer. Unit 2, bitch. Because I passed my Unit 1 test and I got a raise. So I can put this shit together.
Absolutely. I got faith in you. And you know what? If not, you can always send over, like, I don't know. There's dudes who go around and like, hey, I'm a paid handyman. I'll put that together for you for like $30, whatever. You hit him up on Angie's list, bro.
Hold on. Lucas Fashina. We got two more people coming on for the next 15, 20 minutes.
Patrick, Drunken, Chat, Son.
Yeah. Yo, Patrick, you better promote it. Patrick, Patrick, where's your Instagram at? Because you got to start promoting my shit, bro. Because you OG. And I'm sick of you winning shit.
Because this last call happens multiple times when you put a drunk person in charge of last call. I'm
trying to tell you. Giveaway. You know what's crazy? Like, this is last week's giveaway. No address. Okay. Patrick, same address, Venom 3.
Is like on Facebook. Don't have one.
Venom 3. Huh? Patrick, you won the Venom 3. Who else? Tito, I gotta still get Tito his prize. Who won Justice League 50? You remember?
Nah, it looks like you're gonna have to rewind it because I ain't paying attention to this.
Come on, son. Somebody won.
Lucas, we can't hear you, bro. You remember?
Was it John Citron?
What up, Jen?
Oh my gosh.
John Citron won the Thanos.
Then it was Eric Hurd.
Eric Hurd.
What's up,
I got some of the guys from Absolute Geek coming over too. If you guys are down.
Yeah. Do you want to give away some books? Do you know what I just gave away, Brian?
I saw it. You just gave away a Venom 3, bro. Here, I'll give. I got 3 guys over in the Absolute Geek. I'll give them the link and see if they want to chat.
Who's it coming?
Kyle and Solo Wookie and Matt.
Okay, let's just do it.
All right.
I'm gonna be on for the next 20 minutes.
I'll introduce you to him real quick. These guys are a bunch of cool cats. You know Kyle, Mel. You've talked to Kyle before. I think a while ago he talked to you. This is back when you were doing Unpressable, and he had asked you to come on the Absolute Geek, and you were just too busy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying.
Celebrity status.
Yeah, you know him. He's the homie. Yeah, you just gave away a fucking Venom number 3, dude.
Retarded shit. Sis.
And it was a variant too.
Yeah, previous exclusive.
But I'm glad it's going to the home. Like this Patrick is the OG.
The disbelief on Brian's face right now is amazing.
Yo, so I did not know it was any other books. I was upstairs grabbing books just to do a fucking show. You know what else I gave away? I gave away this.
You're crazy, bro.
I'm not crazy.
You're nuts.
I do it for the people. I do it for the people, man. People love me. People stuck with me. I gave away this. I forgot who won this. Who the fuck won this?
What up, Ultra? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Hanging in there. I gave away a Thanos hip hop variant to somebody.
Yeah, he gave away Thanos. nothing.
You know, look. I've had an amazing last 2 weeks on eBay. It's been pretty good for me. Lots of books that I've paid cover price or less for, sold for over 3 figures. So it's like, okay, yeah, that works. So I'm going to roll with it, man. I'm just going to pay it forward a little bit and roll a little bit of that karma to some other people. And
what was it that you sold, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, back to the solds.
Yeah, who won the moon? Who won the moon girl?
We're gonna have to go back to the videotape on that one.
Did you even give away the moon girls? The question.
That is a good question.
So yeah, like Spider Woman Alpha 1 in 25. Sold that for $290 raw. Power Girl 27 for $190 raw. Invincible Iron Man 7 Women of Power variant $200 raw.
Were these auctions or buy it nows?
Buy it nows.
Wow.
Buy now best offers. Yeah.
Wow.
And and some of those just really crushing, those books that, again, I went in, picked through a stack of them, picked out some clean copies. Because I'm that dork who goes into the store with my lights in a BCW box. I'm ready. I'm like, Give me the high grades. I'm taking the high grades with me when I go. Hey, wow. And oh, look, Kyle poured himself a drink. Cool.
We're all getting. It's drunken chat, son.
So that Stacey Lee variant, I paid. I think it was a 1 in 25. I think I paid like $12 on the shelf. Launch day, like way back when I was like, oh, Spider Woman, I'm cool with this. Like, I'm gonna buy these variants. I had the entire set of variants except for one Spider Gwen, and it's like one of those things. I'm that weird collector, of course. You know, like I like collecting full runs, and if there's a crossover, I like to get all the variants for the crossover. Like the Trial of Jean Grey was like one of the hardest variant collections for me to put together because of that damn Groot cover. I got it.
We got an issue. Matt can't join because I thought
not enough people.
There's too many people.
Too many people. All right, we're good. I'll jump.
You can kick Matt off. Solo Wookie, nice to meet you, brother. I see your name around a lot.
Thanks, man. I try and jump on and try and it's knowledge. This is that community that there's only one way to get the knowledge, and that's if you're not out listening to everybody and taking a little here and a little here and a little here and going, okay, here's my compile of knowledge. That you're not in the game. You're not gonna figure anything out. You're never gonna figure anything out.
And I hope you don't feel disrespected. I did call you a wizard on the hot tag. Please don't feel disrespected.
I've been called a lot worse than wizard, man.
Kyle, what's going on? Yo, Brian told me that you wanted me to on your show. I do apologize if I didn't make your show, brother. How long ago was this?
Years.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It was way back in the day, brother.
It was way. It was like right when Unpressable was like the first few episodes were out.
We had a great run. We had a great run. I do apologize, but I would definitely. I'll be more than happy to come on your show. You know
Open invite anytime.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Brian McClay. Look at Arizona Jesus.
Brian's a busy man.
Ultra was just talking about the Spider Woman. Did you say you sold the #1 variant?
#1 variant for 290 raw.
Ooh, I got a 9.8 of that. I'm gonna put that shit up.
It's the Spider-Man Miles effect. Everything related to it is hot. I mean, a lot of these books, again, there's a lot of spec that's coming back around from like 4 years ago. And it's a lot of stuff that a lot of people are like, oh, this is eventually going to hit. Because we all knew, because we were all reading it. We were all watching the sales. And basically, it just took, I guess, people to be stuck at home and want something to do and filling holes in collections and shit, man. It got, and I was like, okay, you know what? I have been uninterested in selling on eBay just because I watched a lot of my friends go through a lot of nightmarish things, and I'm still a no returns kind of guy, and you know, I ship insured priority and shove it down their face in 2 days. So I'm like, you're gonna get your stuff and you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
So you know, there's been, you know, this certain uptake, and I was like, okay, cool. You know what? I'm gonna go and sort through the collection and pull out some books. And I originally had a short box of stuff that I was gonna drop off at MegaCon, but MegaCon got the boot until October. So I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll start selling some of these things. And yeah, man, hit after hit after hit. I mean, Teen Titans 12. It's another book I bought for cover price off the rack. It's 160 something bucks for that thing. So, but you know, I pay eBay fees and stuff like that. So, but my biggest crush of the last couple of weeks for sure was a Vengeance #1, 1 in 15 Diodato that I sold off of eBay for $585.
Wow.
Not even great, but it's a nice copy, of course. And
I'm not giving away this book.
You're not giving away what book, Mel? You already gave away that book. You have to give it away.
He just gave away, Kyle and Chad and Solo Wookie didn't see this. He just gave away a Venom #3, the previews, right? That's the PX previews variant.
We got one nod of approval. And I'm like, man, I can't believe you did that.
You know what it is? Because, you know, it's Drunken Chat, son. You're part of this now. And what we do, well, not what we do, but sometimes I just get drunk and just give away books.
Yeah, I was telling the guys I gave away the homie that won the book last week. He chose the Wraith book, so I got it all ready to send out to him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so I gave away. I told him, I said you could choose the Max or the Wraith book, and he took the Wraith book. So, shout out to him.
Yeah. And you got to be careful with those Max books because there are some very selective variants. There's like the red variant, green variant, a black variant that are like $40, $50 books if you're paying attention to them. So you just got to be paying attention to what you want.
So and there's the absolute. I mean the
absolute guy.
Yeah. Patrick won that Venom 3. Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
And there was talk about that they were trying to make a movie out of the Max. So I forget what the name of the actor that was attached to it.
Now, IDW did the reprints on those too, right?
Did they? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure IDW reprinted the Max series.
Really?
You guys see how much? I think it was Nico, and one of his market reports showed how much those the ash cans from the old Max series. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Those things are selling for ridiculous amounts. I didn't know how much those are selling for.
I've done really well on Image ash cans, and a lot of them I picked up at like book sales and like obscure places. And it was the '90s purge. You guys remember when everybody got pissed off at the comics? Well, I'm throwing this crap away, and it sat. Man, I went through so many '90s books that were never bagged and boarded before, and it was usually 10 of the same book, and then another 10 of the same book. Oh, an ash can, cool. And one of them I picked up actually had like signatures on it. It was a Gen 13 ash can. I think I got pretty good money for that one on the aftermarket. I have a Prophet ash can in purple, but those Max ash cans were like stupid rare. There's a couple other good ones out there too.
A 3D one.
And then the Max glow in the dark #1.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't there black and white too? There's a black and white, I think. Or is that glow in the dark? Is the black and white glow in the dark?
I don't know. That's on the full size cover, not an ash can.
Yeah. Full size cover.
If it's scanned in, it might be the glow in the dark if it's black and white looking, because I don't recall there actually being another one other than the glow in the dark one.
Yeah.
But darker image. #1.
I love that shit. Yeah.
That's really,
Brian, are you gonna go with a Turkish secret right now at 3:31?
We can.
Are we gonna wait?
I said we talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know who the man who gave me that spec was?
Solo Wookie. The Wizard. The Wizard of Spec.
Well, now you can show him off again.
There you go.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Solo, why don't you tell the story?
Well, and I can't even take credit. I actually have to pass credit on the John Z, because when he did it, not where I said those beautiful things.
John Z doesn't buy moderns.
He does. He does once in a while, but it's that variant. So when he showed
John Z doesn't buy variants.
Wow.
When he showed that, and he was like, I picked up this book, check it out, it's awesome. Now, the camera, it kind of does it a little bit of justice when you get up close. Now, it's got that feel. When you're holding this book in your hand, it's got that feel like you went to a con and this guy just penciled this out real quick and blacked out the negative space on the back and said, here you go. I mean, it just, when you're looking at it, it looks like a pencil sketch with some light ink on it, and it's amazing. The camera does not do it justice.
Is that thing numbered too?
No, it's not. It's not at all, and it's thick as all get.
Yeah.
So it
that's from Turkey, right?
Yeah, and that's that Turkish variant. So I happened to get online off of that hit that John dropped, and I was like, oh, I'm going to check that out because that book was just, that cover is gorgeous, man. I loved it. And then you know, staying on the up and up with it and watching, because my huge spec for me right now is all the Dathomir. I think we're gonna see it. I think it's coming, and that's just sooner or later they're gonna have to, in the Star Wars realm. There's so many people that love the Dathomir world and everything that entails with Aja Ventress and Savage and the witch, everything. And he ended up having, you know, this other Turkish variant, and it is so clean. And this guy is one of the kindest guys I've ever worked with. I mean, he's just wants to help and be nice, and he's like, hey, whatever I can do, you know. And he's just right there on eBay. It's like $12 for the book. And Brian actually pointed out the best knowledge of it, and that's, you know, buy 4 or 5, because then your shipping is justified, because the shipping is going to cost you what the book cost you. So buy 3 or 4, you know, buy a couple. And this guy's solid, man. This guy, and I'll see if I can get it a little better without the.
No, I can't believe you pulled it out of the Mylar, man. That thing's nuts.
There you go, Mel. You wanted to see the see what it looks like.
That's crispy. Yeah. That is crispy.
And when you're holding it in your hand, it's even more crispy. So he does seal them, which sucks, because it comes in. It's that shrink wrap that he puts on it, that seal. If you ever get like one of the Mexican variants, they come in a bag, but there's normally like about a ½ inch of extra bag on the top. This thing was, I mean, shrink wrap. It was like press shrink wrapped, you know, that press and seal, and it's tight.
I told Brian, I said, damn, I want one, but this fucking $18 shipping, goddamn.
I know.
Yeah, buy 3.
But the thing is, that's, I thought it was a cover that we never seen before.
So when I opened and got it out of the bag,
Darth Maul 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
it's Darth Maul 1.
This is in the center of it when he ships it. And so this is just a card stock, and it's got, you know, it's not the Virgin, it's just your normal, and then this is what's on the back.
Yeah.
But I told the guy that there was a couple of press issues. A press will get any of the wrinkle or anything out of it, but because it went through that bag process, that bagging shrink seal process, it did put a couple of dents in it and a couple of little, like a rib in it, but it's all 100% pressable.
I think the book that should be talked about also is that black variant, though.
Oh my God, yeah.
So the same book has a all black variant sketch cover.
Never seen that in the States.
Yeah, beautiful.
No, and
just going to foreigns that just kill it. It's just crazy.
Well, and it's just like that South American Spawn that went to that con. What was Argentina? Why that doesn't sound right. That Spawn, that Spawn, what was it, 301?
Yeah, I know.
Check it out.
It was the one you had to go to a different country, Comic-Con, in order to get it.
Yeah. And that thing was just gorgeous. I mean, the artwork was gorgeous. So I mean, we're just starting to see a lot more of that foreign coming into play in the American market, just because the artwork and the printing and everything's just, I mean, when you hold this book in your hand, it just is amazing. It's worth every penny that I paid, and I'm this close to ordering another one.
How thick is that Darth Maul book? Regular?
How thick is it? It's real. It's not even like a regular size. It's pretty thin, but it's the same as it's the same number of pages as the regular one.
I got a couple comments. That book right there. If the right people get a hold of that, and it's gonna explode.
Yeah, I could see it, just because it's another version of that #1 cover, and that #1 cover in America is really hard to find.
He also, I don't know if it's the same guy that. I mean, we don't need to get into what we think, but they also have that. They have the Turkish Silver Surfer variant that you just showed. The Darth Maul one. There's that Spider Gwen one. You remember the Spider Gwen where she's swinging like the AF-15 and she's holding Miles instead of the criminal. She's holding Miles.
That one's doing really well right now.
Yeah. They got a Turkish of that.
Yeah, that's only in Turkish. You can only get it in Turkish.
He got it on his page.
I don't know if he has it on his page, but I think it's the same seller where he was selling them. This was like 6 months ago, I think.
And it might be sold out.
It might be sold out. Yeah,
it might be.
I think it is because the aftermarket is crazy on that book right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts, man. It's really crazy. We were talking about Lucas's spec on multiple shows tonight, just because we were talking about the whole Black Winter stuff and everything that's going on with Donny Cates and all that stuff. That Thor series, Kyle was talking about tonight, saying how it's kind of like that Immortal Hulk series or that Ghost first when Ghost Cosmic Ghost Rider was first coming out.
It's a repeat of Venom.
No,
I'm calling it right now. No, Cates' Venom run. This is a repeat. Thor is a repeat of Cates' Venom run as far as fan appeal, sales, and variants that are going to be like, holy crap. I'm saying I just sold a Venom 3 for $90 for cover A and a third print for $140
today.
Damn.
No, that was a couple weeks. That's within the last 2 weeks. I've had some really good high sales, and the Venom 3 third print that I sold for $140 was eclipsed by sales later that were like $160 plus. So it's like we know how big Null is, but I think a little bit more has to do with Donny Cates and his writing and his character introductions.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
I just gave away a PX that guy's never going to get.
It got lost in the mail. Mail hasn't even mailed it out yet.
Well, we were talking earlier on the other show. That's the only run right now that's really the readable run. Like right now, everyone's specking and doing books on covers and on artwork and a lot of that. But we were talking about how that Thor run right now is really the only long spec book that for the readability and the storyline and the whole encompassing part of the book with the art.
What about Immortal Hulk?
That's what we're comparing it to, yeah.
So pay attention to that, right? Because there was some interesting stuff in this last issue, where it was what's the guy's name? Is it the leader? I forget what the fucking dude's name was, right?
Yeah,
but
the big head.
Yeah, the big head, Mr. Big Head, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Leader, yeah.
Yeah, leader, right? So he's just talking with some random with MODOK, right? By the way, pay attention to MODOK because they're supposed to be trying to make a TV show or something out of MODOK as well, right? I was like, fuck that.
I love MODOK, man. I'm a big MODOK.
Yeah, that was with that. So, but he's talking with MODOK, and then he mentions these primordial ions or something like that. Nice. Is that a MODOK Gwenpool?
That is indeed.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they canceled Gwenpool, but that's whatever, right? But yeah, he was talking about that the phalanx, right? Once again, I keep talking about the phalanx. That the phalanx that they are built off of some type of primordial ions, right? Well, he's talking about the leader is talking about he used these primordial ions or whatever to build his computer or to build whatever. And that's big because the only time that has ever been talked about inside the Marvel universe is when like House of X, Power of X, I forget what the number is, and they said that's what is used to build the phalanx. Once again, the phalanx is that big AI computer that eventually is going to destroy everything. Brian, I forget whether it was you, Brian, or whether I was talking with you, Ultra Maximus, about Annihilation Prologue. Once again, the phalanx, they were big in that book. That's what that whole book was about. Biological beings trying to battle the phalanx. And that's PHALANX for those who don't know what I'm talking about. Think I'm freaking fucking up and I'm fucking high.
They're from the X-Men, right?
Yeah, it's the X-Men villain, but
Yeah.
the Annihilation was when Ultron and the Phalanx had gotten together.
Oh
And
shit!
I
remember that. I took that Ultron series. Yeah,
huge cosmic ramifications from those books that basically spawned the revival of the cosmic side of things.
yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy, everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's
their cameo right there.
Yeah, Uncanny X-Men 305.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then so yeah, they were big on Annihilation, Annihilation, the prologue. They were big in Power of X, House of X. They are the big villain that's in the back of everything, that's destroying everything, and that's setting the need for humankind to get together and get together with mutant kind and everything. So they're big, and what I think is going to happen is that in the Venom series and all the other stuff that's coming out, Whip of Venom and everything that's coming out, is they're going to play a big part in that as well. So it's not just going to be Null and Wraith and everything. Felix, they're coming back and they're going to do big things as well. Just saying.
And tell you, if you guys don't know who Lucas Fashina is, y'all crazy. He feeds shit before the app. The app everybody love.
What's an app?
Here's what I will say. When I say, hey, there's this book, don't buy the book, right?
Don't buy the book.
Don't buy the book. But if you love to read like I do and like to see the interesting stuff that's happening in the background, this is the type of book that you might want to on your comicsology and freaking everything and read.
We got to think of a Drunken chat called Absorb the Lesson. absorb the lesson. That's it. Nobody got to buy the book. Don't you ain't gonna be risking buying the book. Just absorb the lesson.
Yep.
Absorb the lesson.
Yeah, you know what that is? That's like the little information. Do you remember in Wizard magazine you'd be looking through shit and there'd be like a little thing on the bottom of the page. It would just have like a little blurb and it said this happened in this comic. Da, da, da. If you want to see more,
sure.
That's what Lucas is. Lucas is like those little things in Wizard. It's just like dropping hints. Here you go. I
gotta say something about that. Man. That is how I bought comic books when I first started reading comics. I was like, "What do you mean? This crap happened in another issue? They're gonna go find that."
Story. Yep. So big up to Brian McClay, because that's actually what I was talking earlier with with Mel, is that once again he was talking about that Epics Illustrated that you put me on last week, right? It turns out
that's when I went to the bathroom.
Yeah. There was some shit in there. It wasn't the big shit, but there was some big shit that led back to House of X, Power of X. Once again, that whole domain thing. So for those who don't understand what I'm talking about with the whole domain, it's like the domain and the Galactus and all that other stuff. There's like at some point in the near or in the far Marvel future, what's going to happen is that the planets will line up and they're going to combine into that whole thing, and then all the universes they're going to combine to one other thing, and they're going to be under one particular domain, whatever. That was alluded all the way back to Epic Illustrated, which Brian McClay pointed out. I haven't found the big connection to what Donny Cates wants to do with Null yet, but there's a lot of stuff that could be interesting. Once again, that whole thing with Galactus, there's some interesting things to happen with that. So that series went from 28 to 34, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, right? And that's only because they ran out of money. So they were telling a really good story about the ending of humanity and the ending of the biological universe, and then it just stopped. But in the meantime, there was some definitely interesting things in there. So definitely thanks for for telling me about that one.
You know what would be interesting is if Donny Cates, and this is like a dream of mine, I've always wanted this story to be retold because John Byrne never got to finish it. Mm-hmm. And it would be cool. This is a far stretch if Donny Cates was like, all right, let's finish that shit.
That is what I'm telling you, that's what it happened. That is exactly what happened.
Would be so.
That is exactly what happened.
Goosebumps,
right.
Man.
Once again, don't buy this book. But if you can somehow get it digitally or whatever, Epics Illustrated. It's like Marvel's version of like heavy metal, right? There's also tops of crazy stories, and then there's like 4 or 5 pages where it's like the last days of Galactus, right? And those last days of Galactus tell some interesting stuff, not just about Galactus, but about this other character Nova, who I wasn't really familiar with, and the last days of like humankind and the biological universe. And in the meantime, if you have been watching or reading that House of X, Power of X stuff, that cosmic stuff, there's a lot of interesting stuff that's in there in the background that's like, oh crap, that's probably where they got it from. So it's not like these writers just pulled this, Jonathan Hickman just pulled it out of his butt, right? That might have been the first appearance of all this stuff. Just saying.
So I got a question. How many times do you read, like, House of X, Powers of 10, or Powers of X, however you want to say it? How many times did you read that? Like, because I had to read it twice, and I still keep picking new stuff up out of it. How many times do you read that you're picking up all this little stuff? Every
single week. It seems like every single week. So what'll happen is I'll find a new current issue of something, and then it's something that's familiar. So I'll go back to all that, and then it's like, oh, that's what they talked about. That's what that thing is, and it can be annoying, but you know what? It's also rewarding as well, because when I came back into the comic book game, I was lost, right? So for them to kind of reset it like that. And for me, it was a reset. This whole House of X, Power of X, that was a reset to the whole X-Men universe, right? Mm-hmm. But now that I'm actually going back to say, okay, this is a reset. Let's go back to this book. But then when you find out in the book that it's actually set back to something else, that's even more rewarding. So it's just a lot of patience, letting them pull the stuff out. Because I've talked to a lot of the guys that have been in it for like forever, and they don't like it. But if I can pull it out and break it down for them, then they start to understand, and that's an even better standing point. And once again, all of us got to get to talking, right? Sharing what we're seeing, right? Because the more we talk about it, the more rewarding some of these stories will be. And I definitely see the plan for what they're going for.
There was so much going on in it. Mm-hmm. Sorry, there was so much going on to it when I was originally reading it. I was like, it was almost too much. It's like, was this not making sense for some reason? And you're having to reread it. But I guess now that what they're doing is they gave us all these nuggets crammed into just a few books. And now these nuggets are starting to, the plants are being watered, and you can tell it's kind of starting to sprout.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And they were going after every single concept, every single complaint. Even hey, how come this person dies and they get to come back? They're going after that. They're trying to explain that away. Even I can even see it's even having an influence on DC right now, because DC is trying to explain that as well.
At the end of the day, basically what everybody's saying, Gold Balls is still a major character. It's a major player.
That's the crazy thing.
That's the crazy thing. And then, like, you have a Del Otto variant for Gold Balls, first appearance, and
you also got a Quesada variant.
Right.
I think that run is what a lot of X-Men fans our age wanted. We've been wanting them to make the X-Men relevant again, and to dilute all the craziness, all the continuity bullshit. So I think that's exciting, and I think hopefully Marvel caught on to that and went, okay, let's
stop killing Professor X.
Yeah. Well, and I think the way they did it was real key, because they rebooted it, just like Lucas was saying. They rebooted it, but they didn't change everything you know what I mean?
Soft reboot.
Yeah, they started over without erasing the past. They didn't pull a Kennedy and say, no, sorry, Star Wars EU doesn't exist.
Right.
They kept the truth of the basis of it, and then still gave it that we're going to take this fork in the road, but we still have all this past.
Right. But what I do suggest is that if you guys love the way it's been rebooted and you love the storyline, absolutely, we gotta shout it out on Twitter, shout it out on your Instagram. Let them know. We gotta let them know that we like what they're doing, because if if you don't remember what happened right before this, which was the Age of X-Men, that piece of crap freaking storyline, right? At any time, they could pull it back to that.
Oh,
Anytime.
that one character from Barbados, she was phenomenal.
Yes, the transgender character. Yep. Veil.
Or you could be a Batman fan right now.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Yeah.
No, that shit's garbage, right?
You're checking on the Three Jokers? Because yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All that Batman shit is garbage.
Punchline.
I don't like Punchline. I think that character's cheesy.
Wait. I thought you had a dog.
I do got a dog.
What the fuck was that? Just crawled in the back.
Dog, bro.
That was not a dog. That was like a goat. Oh, my fault. Wow. I see this guy fucking old McDonald over there.
I have to agree with Brian. No Punchline.
It's cheesy. It's so forced. It feels like they're like, we gotta. I think what they did is they looked at what was going on with like characters like Ahsoka Tano, Spider-Gwen, Silk.
No.
And I think they went, we need to do that.
That's not what they did. That's not what they did.
That's not what
they did. I'm gonna tell you why that's not what they did, because all of that shit popped off after she came out. What they did was, okay, we made fucking Harley Quinn a fucking joke. She wasn't supposed to be a fucking joke. We gotta get a serious motherfucker here, a serious female character that kills motherfuckers. It's just like Deadpool. Deadpool, it was a serious motherfucker who killed motherfuckers, and he became a fucking joke, like Harley Quinn.
So let me ask you something then. Why couldn't they have just done that to Harley Quinn? Why couldn't they just say Harley Quinn's going back?
Right.
Because they're gonna kill her off. They're gonna.
Why can't they create a great black character instead of just putting a black character in a fucking already established character? That's why.
I agree, but I
So
don't think
the problem that they have right now is that Margot Robbie, she owns Harley Quinn, right? Everything she wants to do with Harley Quinn is, so they're gonna have to wait another 10 years before they can change anything to Harley Quinn. So Margot Robbie, she owns it, right? That's just the way it is, right? So in the meantime, you've got all these characters like people. It's been only 2 years, but people are already forgetting that age of new heroes that freaking that DC tried to kick off, like the Runaway and that Speed character and Damage.
Sideways.
Yeah, Sideways, Damage.
Silencer was dope, dude.
Yeah, Silencer. There was a character that I loved that was like the devil. I forget the name of that character. He was like, he signed a contract with the devil. I love that freaking. It was creepy as hell. I love that type of stuff. They canceled that right out, right? It was 5 or 6 different characters they had. They were going to go ahead and do that, and then they freaking canceled it because nobody wanted to read it. Nobody cared about it. So this whole thing with the dark metal, heavy metal thing, if you read between the lines, they're shooting it at the people that are buying their comics right now. They're saying, hey, we tried to change everything, and you didn't like it because you just want the same fucking stories over and over again. That's what the whole Perpetual character is about. She wanted the same stories over and over and over and over again, and as a result, the DC universe is dying. That is the overt freaking message to the DC fans right now. In the meantime, they've got a whole bunch of other stuff that they're working on, right? So they Punchline. If you really look at Punchline, and then if you're an anime fan, you see that there's so many freaking connective tissues in between Punchline and some of those anime characters. There's also Ruby. That's already out, right? And then Ruby has I forget whether it's a live action. I know it's a cartoon that's coming out on HBO Max, right? So there's all types of stuff that DC has going on that's freaking, and they're trying to build up. They try to rebuild, that Vertigo, the whole Vertigo thing, right?
Yeah, that was a mess.
Yeah,
and
that's
what about the thing that they did with the dude from My Chemical Romance? He had his own line. They did Doom Patrol on it.
Young Animals.
Love Animals.
Yep.
Young Animals. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Young Animals.
Because it's got to be freaking.
It's not a lot of readers anymore. Let's face it. It's not a lot of readers of comics anymore.
Yeah.
It's not.
So,
everybody. Go ahead.
So the problem with DC is I see what they're trying to do, but they're aiming for a particular audience that doesn't buy comic books, right? They buy manga, right? So for instance, we'll buy a comic book for $4 or $5, right? And it'll be 32 pages, right? The target audience that they're going for, it'll be like 100 pages and one big ass freaking little manga book, right? That's what they really need to go for. Stop with, I mean, and they kind of got the idea with those 80-page giants, but the 80-page giants are still $10. What?
Well, the trade paperbacks pretty much still rule the comic industry, from what I'm seeing. People want to buy collected editions. And Scout did that little thing where they were like, "Hey, we're going to release the first issue of our book, but then we're going to release a trade paperback with the first 5 issues."
I told James I was a bad at it.
Yeah. Well, there was actually a study that came out, and it turns out that even in the Walmarts, and this is countrywide here in the United States, this manga and this anime stuff is killing comic books, right? If you take the numbers that's selling in DC, Books A Million, and all the other stuff, the anime stuff is killing even what we're selling in the books. In the mom and pop shops, right? So that's why DC is taking. Yeah,
I couldn't even imagine worldwide what the sales are.
Right. And I'm talking about just here in the United States. I forget the name of the book, but there was one book that just came out in, I think it was like March, right? And it sold like 2 million, something crazy like 2 million in 1 month. 2 million. 2 million. It was just one. It's not a comic book. It was a manga book. So 2 million. 2 million. 2 million. I mean, what's the biggest comic book that sells out right now? Like that does it like 100,000? Yeah, and it sells like what, 100,000?
Yeah.
So anime is definitely freaking killing it, and it's more. I don't know whether it's a price point or just because there's more engagement for everything. I mean, and also I know the community for those guys are a lot softer. They're not fighting amongst each other.
It's the kids talking to each other about it, honestly, and they're all like, everybody's associating, like the Star Wars fans, basically of our generation, are basically having, there's a replacement generation behind us who are all about manga. And man, I working in the comic shop when we started adding the shelves in, I can attest to it. And isn't it Attack on Titan, the one that you're talking about, selling multiple millions of copies?
Lucas, get him. Yep.
Yeah.
Civil War Zero, what up?
Well, and we saw this happen once before. I mean, history repeats itself. It always has, always will. We saw this in late 80s, early 90s, but it was all in animation and on TV. Your Saturday morning cartoons started turning from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures into, the Airbender, Last Airbender, and Pokemon, and Dragon Ball Z,
Power Rangers.
Yeah, you got it. So we saw that big shift already happen once, but it was all in the animation back, late 80s, early 90s. Now we're starting to see it with the actual comic book industry.
Hey, so do you think that speculation is killing comics, or do you think speculation helps comics?
I think both. I think that the spec helps a lot of the collectors collect, because it gives us that it's chasing the dragon. That first time you get that great feeling, you're like, hey, I really think that Dathomir is going to be a big hit. I really think that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are going to have a comeback, and we're going to see a movie in the next 5 years. I think there's a good chance that it's either Ronin or it's going to be maybe part of that Jenica story, or even in the New York City at War in the 100 area right there with those new characters that are introduced there. So it's great to spec a book like that right now when they're low on the market, they're new, they're easy, they're accessible. And then wait 2 years and all of a sudden, bam, that stuff takes off. It hits huge. I get that warm, fuzzy feeling of affirmation in my own belief in my own self. So speculation for the collector, great, because when you hit, you feel good. speculation for the people that don't understand it and don't have the time to put into it, and they're trying to get into it, but they only want to put in 10 minutes a day or, you know, maybe 2 hours a week. They want the speculation food spoon-fed to them, and that's not how spec works. That's not, and they don't get it. They just want to go in and they want to buy 10 books that their kids can go to college on in the next 30 years. And
Superman 75.
But hold on, Brian McClay, you can't say mic drop because we're spoon feeding. Me and you, we do this every week.
I know. Listen, I get you, man.
We spoon feed these motherfuckers every week.
But here's the other thing. It's because we enjoy doing it, though. Like,
I love doing it.
I enjoy being on. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy, dude. There's nothing better than getting to hang out like this and bullshit about the things that we bullshit about. I enjoy the community that we create. This shit's fun for me. Like this shit.
But we're guilty.
We are.
We're guilty.
We're
guilty. It's the same thing. The same thing Solo talking about. We're guilty of, and we can't get mad at that.
No. I always say here's something that I always say. I always say, collect what you want to collect, and make money if you want to make money.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, hey, this Beavis and Butthead shit is it's crazy to me.
I would never buy a Beavis and Butthead copy.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Not the first time the spec came around either. So it's all right.
But if you find that thing, if you find 10 of them for 50 cents, go sell those motherfuckers for $15. Hell yeah.
I had 1 and 2 autographed by the penciler and inker from New York Comic Con back in like '94, and I sold those a while ago, man. But yeah, it's just you never know. Books like Black Flag #1 sitting in my box of Image books.
But the thing is, I do think that the spec books and spec areas do help comic shops a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that. I am all for that.
Absolutely.
Energy.
Whatever gets people to buy books, however they want to get those books, let them get those books. If it's because they want to spec on them or if they love them, but it's what they're doing is they're still getting books into people's hands regardless.
Yeah.
So it's still keeping the hobby alive in one way or another. So as long as people are still out there buying comic books, then let people buy comic books however they want to buy them.
You know, it's crazy because one of my local stores, they know who I am. You know what I mean? Like, okay, here comes a speculator. Like, bitch, I'm keeping your fucking store open because it's not my fucking fault. You got this fucking book that's selling for fucking $30. You're in the $5 bin. Take your fucking $5. Shut the fuck up. Period.
Well, here's the problem with stores that don't like speculators in their store is I'm here to tell you I've spec'd 10 books wrong for every 1 book I've ever spec'd right. So you sold me 10 books that probably will never hit that I personally maybe heard a little something about, or I maybe had a spidey sense tingle or whatever you want to call it, and it never panned out. That happens more often, and nobody likes to talk about that point. I bought 10 of those books that didn't hit. I bought this 1 book that did hit, and because I made $40, because I made $50, whatever, now you hate me because I made $40 because you don't take the time to follow up or to listen or to you know, sometimes it's as much as taking the cotton out of your ears and putting it in your mouth. If you're not talking and you're listening, you're going to get the info. It's out there. You know, you're doing it, Mel. Brian's doing it. Lucas just did it. Kyle's doing it. I mean, we're all doing it. We're all trying to get that information out there for all these people. But we're not always going to be right.
It's all spoon fed. And then when my man Lucas is actually reading the books, and it's there. And he said Lucas hit rates. I've never failed with a Lucas pick. ever.
Alright,
I know this man for over a year because he reads the books.
Let me play devil's advocate and say, or not devil's advocate. I guess it's asking, is this what you're saying? Should we not give them the spec and force people to read, or is it still okay to give them the spec and do both because they're still buying comics?
It all depends on the reasons, right?
Yeah.
Are you speaking on a book because of just the cover? Those are the ones I hate, right? As much as I love the art, I love this beautiful shit that I got on my freaking walls, but I love the stories even more. Those are the ones, if you're saying, because of this story is freaking great, there's something happening with this freaking book, those are the ones I love, go ahead and do that. Because you know why? You're not only putting money, you're helping out those mom and pop shops, but you're helping the writers and those artists as well out by recognizing how good their stuff is. That's what they freaking love, right? And you can't just freaking buy the stuff, but also hit them up on freaking Twitter, like, hey man, your stuff was freaking hot, your stuff was freaking great. Freaking, I've been trying to buy your stuff all day long, right? It's a all day back and forth about what's going on, man.
So, that's a great point. Is spec has that become that dirty to where like we have to do that?
Been dirty. Spec been dirty, dude. Spec been a dirty game. Spec been a dirty game when my brother was in it back in the 90s. It was just dirt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think a big part of it too is the long-term spec versus the short-term spec. I think a lot more shop owners feel burned and upset when you have a quick flip for a decent amount versus you're buying a book hoping that in 3 years, 5 years down the road it flips.
You're gonna make more because okay, boom, check this out. Venom 3 third print was a quick flip, but now it's a long-term play. Anything that's hot in the beginning is going to come back and be hot again, and I put that dollars of donuts. That shit just how it is.
Yeah.
Look at fucking Snowflake, not Snowflame, but Snow. Remember that? Remember that?
Yeah. From New Warriors #1. Yeah.
From New Warriors #1. That book is gonna pop again. That book is gonna pop again. The generation thing is what have you done for me lately? It's a Janet Jackson wave, and I spoke about this before right on this show. It's the Janet Jackson wave. That book is gonna pop again. Go back to old spec, buy old spec on the dip. This is all you got to do. This is fucking not rocket science. Buy the old spec on the dip, buy it back. It's gonna come up if it's worth the damn. And if it was hot in the beginning, you know it's worth the damn. Venom 3, Null, third print was fucking. It came out the gate a $20 book. Did I think it was gonna be a $140 book? No, but what the fuck? That book is worth more than a fucking 125 variant.
So let me ask you guys something. What is something on the dip right now that's worth thinking about?
Annihilation 2. Period. Annihilation 2. Lucas broke this shit down amazingly.
Isn't that already a big book because of the Guardian shit? No?
Look how much it is now. Once people understand what it is, it's going to be double that. Thor 2. Once people realize that this first Black Winter, through the roof.
Man, I was going to bring up something, but I can't even find any. What the heck happened? So, at the beginning of the COVID quarantine, it was pretty cheap. Now, you can't find a copy. I can't find a good copy that's cheap. Marvel Comics #6.
Rain?
A year ago, yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about Rain. But again, if I follow
it was hot. Then it dipped down. Now it's I guess it's going up again.
With Rain first appearance?
Is that the Wolverine's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
I thought that character was terrible too.
Yeah, I absolutely said it was terrible. I said who the fuck? I said exactly what Mel said a year ago. Who the fuck is about Rain? And then as you know, there's third and fourth prints coming out. So the cheapest that I'm seeing right now, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, is $100. 9.6.
For the first print.
Yep.
How much for a 9.8?
I see a 9.8 on there for $400.
Sold. I mean, look. There was
How long are you going to have to wait for that to pan out for you? So
look. There was an Eternals book. I mean, Mr. Tiger. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your fucking first name. I'm so drunk. But they're going cosmic. There was an Eternals a quote 1/75, the Akusa variant. Bro, you could pick this up for $40 right now. What do you think this is gonna be the fucking same thing that happened to that fucking Ultimate Fallout 4? Remember that we just spoke about in those fucking
9,000
in those fucking in those Five Below packs. It's the same. It's the same thing. So it's a 1/75, quote unquote 1/75 variant, all white variant for Eternals. Bro, that book is gonna be a beast because it was a beast before, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be a beast now. Bro, just buy those books. You can find those books for fucking $20. Come on.
Look at Batman, the new 52 Batman run. Look at the hard to find variants, like the 1 in 500s and the 1 in 100s. Look at what they're selling for right now. You can get those things for a song, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can get those things for a song. Remember number 1, the black and white variant? That was one of the books that you guys I forget who it was, but you guys had that for the charity for my brother when my brother was sick. You guys had put that up. That shit was like a $1,500 book when you guys put that up. You can get that thing for like raw for like a couple $100 now. I feel it's the same way with that.
If you want to be a good speculator in this game, one of the tools is going back and looking at what was hot and buying it on the dip. The same thing with stocks. You buy it on the dip, you floor it. Another one, Lady Killer SDCC variant. You dirt cheap right now.
So let me ask you guys here, because I got a collective of wise minds. How does everybody feel about the relationship between Harley and Ivy?
Ooh, I don't know right now. What's their plan with Harley?
Well, they've gone mainstream with it. You guys know that. So, like,
yeah, in the cartoon.
Correct. Now, I'm going to drop some speculation here for you because I was into this book a long time ago, and it's worthless still. So this is good speculation if it hits. They first kiss in DC Bombshells number 42 in print. Now, that's the first time in print. Obviously, I think that was released digitally before it was released in print.
Yeah, because you really get that vibe from the cartoon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But then the first time in canon it happens is in Harley Quinn number 25 of the 2017 series. And the variant for that book happens to be Harley beating the crap out of Joker.
That's actually pretty. That's pretty cool.
I don't fuck with DC. I don't give a fuck about DC.
Yeah. So this is why it's left field spec for me too, because I don't really fuck with DC either. So
I think.
So go ahead. So
I think that the cartoon makes a huge difference. Now I haven't been in the spec game long, but this is what I've found out in all the research that I've really kind of compiled in the last, couple of years. When I go back again, I look at history. I look at exactly what Lucas was talking about, exactly what Mel was talking about with that. You hit a peak and you ride it for a little bit and it dips down and you want to buy it that dip down, just like stocks, just like the market, everything else. Yeah, that's right. At the bottom of it. And then it's going to come back up because a big book is a big book is a big book. It doesn't change. It's going to come back up, and that's part of the spec market. But when you tie in multiple entities into one thing is when you start to see those big, where they really take large jumps. So now the books came out and they kissed back then, but now they actually have it tied to a cartoon. So when you start tying entities together, the comic book and the cartoon, the the toy line and the comic book, the toy line, the cartoon, and the comic, you know, when all three of them come together is when you really start to see the market hit and last. Now we saw that again back in the 80s before the big 90 crash of the over plethora of everything. We saw it with Star Wars. We saw it with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We actually saw it with mask vehicles, and I'm still waiting for masks to come back and
John Cena, baby,
absolutely crush it. But
nobody remembers mask besides me and you.
Right?
No, I remember.
I had it, Matt Tracker, right?
And so now that we have seen the cartoon come out and actually show the kiss and show the relationship in DC of Ivy and Harley come together, now we have two of the three main entities bringing that together. I think we're going to see. It's going to take a little bit longer because it's definitely an adult thing, not a kid thing. If I owned DC, I'll tell you what market I'd be running, because porn sells. I'd be selling Harley Quinn and Ivy kissing and making out and half nude in every goddamn book that I could print. I would be running that and killing the market.
No,
if you're not doing that, you're just
you'd be a broke motherfucker.
No, tried and true sex sells, man.
So the little known secret is that about anime is that it's all about hentai, right? You know, so for those who don't know what hentai is, that's just anime porn, right? It's just out in front porn. There's always panty shots. There's always down to cleavage shots, right? So for those who don't understand what I'm talking about when I talk about Ruby or any of this anime shit, and so for Arrow, that's the reason why nobody gives a fuck about Arrow right now, is because it doesn't have that element, but Ruby does. Ruby does, right? If you want to do that freaking if they want to do that Harley Quinn freaking Poison Ivy shit, they're going to have to freaking give it better animation, give it that animation shot, and give me those panty shots. Give me those. Yep. No, because there was one particular one. There's one freaking particular cartoon where it was like Harley Quinn and she freaking dick down fucking Robin, or was it Nightwing or whatever. Yep. That was a great shot. They didn't show anything, but it was.
She had him tied up in that one, and
man.
But
give me more of that.
I'm about to body all of that, because just one kiss from two of Marvel's most popular characters is going to trump all of that. Just a kiss, not fucking, just a kiss. Mm-hmm. If Miles Morales kisses Gwen Stacy, that's going to trump all of that shit.
What do you mean? If
spec-wise,
I'm pretty sure I've got the cover of the book with that.
It's not going to be if. It's what's going to happen, bro. It's going to trump that spec-wise. It's going to trump that for relationship and unity-wise. It's going to be the biggest fucking thing.
Then Mel, I really wish Cloak and Dagger would have hit, because that was like one of the first. Like, yes. So my mom got me A Death in the Family, the trade paperback, and Cloak and Dagger 1 through 3 of the 4-issue series. So I never found out what happened in issue 4. Really pissed about that as a child.
But you know what? If that kiss happens in that movie, when that kiss happens in the movie, do you know how big that shit is going to? This is going to be fucking huge.
Right. I hope so, because Cloak and Dagger was definitely where I was hoping that was.
And Ultra Maximus, I am absolutely glad you brought that up, right? Yeah. So, that is the absolute proof and theory of what can happen when you have a bad TV show, right? Because we absolutely go batshit crazy when somebody says, "Hey, this live action TV show is coming out. This freaking cartoons." We go batshit crazy. Speculators stick their eyes up. They freaking open up their freaking wallets and they go fucking crazy for it. Well, guess what? Fucking Cloak and Dagger was a fucking terrible TV show. Nobody gave a fuck about that shit. It took them too long to get to the freaking point, and it was freaking terrible once they got to the fucking point. They couldn't fucking cancel that shit quick enough. and that's a Netflix series. Right? Well, it was Hulu. Yeah. No, it wasn't even. It was.
I'm still catching up on Runaways. Yeah. Don't spoil me.
Yeah, it was. It was something else before it even made it to Hulu.
Oh,
right?
No, the same shit that was on Runaways. That all. at a freeform.
Yeah, freeform. Right.
Freeform.
Right.
But
Now,
like they played
right.
it eventually, I think, on Hulu.
Right now, Runaways wasn't half bad, right?
It was
but
good.
But it's still not enough that it's driving people to the comic book shops. It's still not enough that it's driving speculation on any of that stuff.
Miles and Gwen is.
Well, that's because the thing is, when it comes to those TV shows, and I want all the speculators to keep this in the back of their mind. And that's the reason why I do like the way the Miles Morales spec is. It's because they're going after the correct target audience, and they're going after them the right way, right? They're doing the whole, and I'll address that in a second. They're going after them the right way by doing the PlayStation, right? They're going after doing the games, because my sons, right? They don't freaking watch TV, right? They do watch YouTube. They do play PlayStation. They do that stuff, but they don't watch TV shows. So Runaways and Cloak and Dagger, that's for us older guys, but that's not for my boys, right? So an interesting thing to watch out for with this whole PlayStation game is, are they going to put Spider-Gwen in there, right? I know she was already in the Spider-Verse, right? But are they going to put her somehow in the game, right? Because my boys are all over Miles Morales, right? But they're not really onto the Spider-Gwen yet, right? Spider-Gwen is for us older guys. We get it. We know about Gwen Stacy from way back in the day. But Gwen Stacy really has caught on, especially for the younger generation yet.
They don't know Gwen died.
Yeah.
Also, the other important thing to look at is how fast that shit caught on in cosplay. That shit caught on like a snap, like Thanos and shit, man. That was all over the place. And you know what? It was crazy because you said it earlier. You talked about them canceling Gwenpool. That shit was all over cosplay too. I'm surprised that shit didn't take off.
It's got a limited shelf life, right? If the thing is, it's great if they can find the costumes and everything, right? But if the girls aren't getting enough attention from that shit, they'll put it on. They'll see what type of attention they get to it, and then they'll move on.
Let's see what happens if they include Gwenpool in the Secret Warriors.
Yes.
They're not.
They've got to.
No,
Gwenpool?
Well, we know that she's probably going to be involved in the MODOK stuff because the MODOK's going to be animated.
No. You're not going to get a Gwenpool. You're not going to get a Gwenpool. You're not going to get a
If we do get it, then yeah, I can see a lot of the Gwenpool stuff. We're not
going to get a Gwenpool.
If she comes in, she's going to come in through MODOK. So that's just what I'm going to make the call on right now.
We're not going to get a Cosmic Ghost Rider. We're not going to get a Gwenpool.
No, they're years away from being able to pull off Cosmic Ghost Rider.
We're not gonna get a fucking There's those two black characters from West. No, we will get those two black characters from West Coast Rangers before we'll get a fucking Gwenpool or a fucking Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Will we get a Baby Shark?
Alloy?
Baby Shark.
What the fuck is a Baby Shark?
You don't know what Baby Shark is?
I don't have kids. I don't have kids. If you talk about a stupid fucking song, my niece is singing.
Yes. So there was a Baby Shark character in West Coast Warriors that they put in there because of that stupid fucking song. So
what do you guys think about that Harry Potter shit? That was on Fox News.
What?
Somebody brought that up tonight in what show? It was either it might have been the Hot 10 or it was Absolute Geek. Somebody brought it up in the chat on Absolute Geek. It was a so we have a store owner here in the Valley, Fantastic Comics here in the Valley, and he listens to Absolute Geek, and he asked the question in Absolute Geek. He said, what do you guys think about this Excalibur #3, da da da? And I was like, that's the first thing I thought. I remember seeing your tweet. It was a tweet.
It's the wrong book. They're promoting the wrong book.
Ooh,
which book is it?
Fuck.
Okay, so listen. Fox News, CNN News, they were saying that Harry Potter is part of the Marvel Universe. Okay, fine. I thought this was old news. They were putting Excalibur 3, the original Excalibur 3 on there. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the fucking wrong book. The right book is New Excalibur 3, #1. That book has not sold for nothing. since the news. But if you look, and it's how fucking stupid people are. I should have said that.
You talking about the new 2020 volume or 2019 volume?
It's new Excalibur 3 is the book that you want. Excalibur 3 is not the book that you want. And
I was wondering why they were showing the old House of M shit.
No, not even House of M. They were showing the original Excalibur 3, the one from like fucking like 91, 92.
Oh shit! Wow.
I'm like, that's not the. I said that's not the book. I thought, we spoke about this book on Unprisonable Defects.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Harry Potter. I was like, oh shit, it wasn't my spec, but I'm just saying.
No, that's just the one panel with the kids in the background too, with Harry and Ron and
yes,
the church. Oh, what's her name?
Hermione.
Wait. But didn't Harry Potter also appear in that Love is Love comic?
No.
They're grown up in the Excalibur one.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're teenagers.
And now isn't that the one that Comic Tom just did a variant of? That he's on the cover?
What, new Excalibur?
Yeah.
Number 3?
Yeah.
No, is it?
I don't think
I'm not sure. That's what I'm asking. Because I know that he just did one, and on the cover is almost the exact same picture of the 3 that are in the book.
Well, the book. If you speak on the Excalibur in Marvel Universe, it's new Excalibur 3, which came out in 2016, 2006.
Yeah, it's the House of M run, right?
Juggernaut I don't remember. Because I wasn't around for the fucking.
No, it was the early X23 run. I can't remember. Sorry.
No, it's
Juggernaut's on the cover of the one you're talking
Juggernaut.
about.
It's Juggernaut. Yeah.
Yep.
No. Go to my Instagram page, and that's the Juggernaut's on both covers. Actually,
yeah,
it's
the cartoonier one.
New Excalibur 3.
Yeah, new Excalibur.
But if you look at sales data, and this goes back to what we were saying about spoon-fed spec, you get spoon-fed the wrong shit sometimes.
Yeah. See, and that blows my mind because so if I say some shit, I say, hey, there's an interesting story, and you say, oh, that might be some interesting spec. At least go. There's so many sources where the shit is out there digitally, right? Where I understand there's pirated sites, right? Got it. Go to those fucking sites and fucking look through the book and verify that shit. Right?
That's what I did.
Just verify that shit.
And before I put this shit on Instagram, I was like, wait. This is crazy because we spoke about this on fucking Unpressible Defects. Unpressible Defects was light years ahead of his time, and once again, much props to everybody that was on Unpressible Defects because they taught me a lot of shit, and it was great. It's probably the greatest podcast I've ever been part of. But however, it died, and a lot of other things took its place.
I killed it.
Who?
Who, me? I killed it.
Yeah. Well, no, not really. I love you. I love you, William. But listen. Speculation has to be. You just can't push shit out there. Even before I started doing speculation, the guy who put me onto speculation, I was like, "Yo, why you still talk about a book that you want to sell and just talk about it really good?" And now you can't do that. That's just wrong. Like, why is it wrong? Nah, it's wrong. And I know why you just can't just talk shit. If you don't have good spec about a book, don't talk about it.
You know what's funny about that is that there's people out there that fucking hate the fact that people that talk about what they think about it, and they're just like, just give me the information. I don't care what you think about it. Just give me the information. I'm with you, Mel. I agree 100% what you're saying. I like how Stein does it.
Yeah.
Stein will give his opinion on shit, and I respect that. But man, there's a lot of people out there. There is a lot of hatred, or not hatred, but people in the comments saying, I don't care what you think, just tell us the information. And I don't get it, but it's weird. I don't get it. I respect somebody that has an opinion. I like hearing different opinions. But man, there's a lot of people out there that they don't care.
And again, I'm gonna bring up one of my, and then I don't want to hear this spec from nowhere else, but this is my shit. It wasn't nobody thinking about this shit. That Star Wars Tales 7, Boba Fett 2. That was my shit, and I brought that shit up on the Bolo show. Shout out to my man Bolo. Shout out to Superman Comics, because nobody was talking about Boba Fett's daughter.
I just bought that trade.
She's gonna be in the. No, she's not gonna be. She has to be. It's perfect spec. Nobody cares about. If you're a Star Wars fan, right? Listen, here's the logic, and I'm gonna go to a whole bunch of Star Wars shit. Here's the logic. Nobody give a fuck about old Star Wars characters. Nobody give a fuck about Boba Fett. I'm talking about as a young person. Nobody give a fuck about Boba Fett. Nobody give a fuck about Han Solo. Nobody give a fuck about Princess Leia. Right? Everything's going female. Boba Fett's daughter has worn the armor before. Boba Fett cannot survive being in a Scarlet Pit. It makes perfect sense in the Mandalorian TV series for him to teach his daughter and give his daughter the armor for her to wear, and her be a female bounty hunter.
He does. You got a great point, because I forget which book it is, but isn't there a book where some dude actually wears Boba Fett's armor? So that story has already been told, where a dude goes around acting. I think it's that.
It wasn't a dude. It wasn't a dude. It was his daughter.
I know. I think, aren't they trying to say that like the whole time it's been his daughter?
Yeah,
his daughter's the one who went in the Sarlacc pit.
It wasn't a dude.
Right.
No. He went to the Sarlacc pit. I don't know how he came out, but the person running around with the armor was always his daughter. It wasn't a dude.
That would be crazy. That shit would be crazy.
That's comic book spec. Star Wars Tales 7, she's a baby. And I said this on the Bolo show. So, that's the bullshit book. Boba Fett is dead. Number 2, she appears as a fucking female. That is the book.
Is that book hard to find? That 7 is crazy to find now, but
2. Try to find one. They're there. It's like an 18,000 print run. 18,000 print run. Try to find it. It's there. I mean, I'm not saying anybody to go, like Lucas said, I'm not telling you about a book, but bro, it makes fucking sense. But it's just speculation. This is what we do. We speculate. We don't give you truth all the time. We speculate.
I picked up. I was just talking,
that Turkish shit.
I was just talking about this right here. This is popping off because it's got young Boba in it, so everybody's selling this book.
The other shit you had, the fucking Darth Maul versus Darth Vader.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He ain't selling those. Trust me, I've tried.
Me too.
Those things are hard to find. Peter Renna found some in a dollar bin the other day.
Peter Renna is the problem.
Yeah.
And for those who don't think Peter Renna just be finding shit in dollar bins, I've dug with him before. Him and Joe Pop are probably the best diggers in the fucking business.
Yeah. Yep. Shout out to Peter Renna. Peter Renna is the nicest guy in comics, man.
Yeah.
So they do actually go in and explain in a couple of the book, one comic book, and then in Tales of the Bounty Hunters, how he escapes the Sarlacc pit. Mm-hmm. He hot wires his jetpack and flies out.
But again,
he also gets eaten again too and gets sucked back in.
Right. for a TV series, it wouldn't make sense. Nobody cares about Boba Fett. But us people our age, we give a fuck about him. But to have his daughter to wear the armor,
I'd be dope.
And then remember one episode of The Mandalorian, there was a person walking towards the Asian lady who passed away, but they had spurs on their boots, and the spurs on the boots is definitely a signal of Boba Fett. It could not have been Boba Fett. Boba Fett is alien. He's coming out of a Sarlacc pit.
Rest in peace, Agent May.
What what better way? What better way to get your female agenda out there, and to have a new character come out for people the younger age to understand, to have her wearing the armor and being the Boba Fett, and and then there was a Funko Pop of an unknown character. There's a female in Mandalorian armor. I mean, come on.
Well, it's a strong play for the future, and it's their best play if they're smart.
Yes.
Mandalorian saved Star Wars for a lot of people, including me.
Everybody, not just a lot of people. It saved Star Wars for everybody, because if that shit didn't pop off, Star Wars, people wouldn't be talking about Star Wars right now.
And there's also another. If we're gonna go Dr. Aphra, Black Asante. I've been meaning to write an article about Black Asante for a minute. Listen, this is Darth Vader commissioned this dude to be his bounty hunter. Nobody cares about Chewie anymore. This is Black Asante, and this is not a bounty. This is a Wookiee bounty hunter, scar on his face, who fought in a pit willingly. Like, yo, let's get it in. First appearance is Darth Vader #1, and that's the Alex Ross cover of that book. The Alex Ross, the Darth Vader book, well overprinted. But the Alex Ross, who has Boba Fett on the cover, limited to 3,000.
Yeah.
Wait. Which book is this? Darth Vader Volume 1?
Darth Vader Volume 1.
So it's the one that's got a Campbell cover for the 1 in 50, the connecting 3 Campbell variants.
Right, that's overprinted.
Okay. Yeah.
There's the Alex Ross with Boba Fett on the cover in his store. You can buy that at his store right now for like $18.
Yeah.
And it's a solid book. I mean, it's anything Mandalorian, and that goes for Jango, Boba, the Mandalorian himself. Anything in that lore that you can find right now is it's going to pan out, just because the Mandalorian's doing incredible. Everyone, old and young, is all over it. Where I think they messed up is in the storyline, especially if you get into like Star Wars Rebels and you start watching some of the Clone Wars and all of that, the cartoons and some of that series, and in the books, there is a very young Jedi Wookiee, and they do not develop that character. I think that it really hurt them not developing that character. 1, he's a Wookiee. 2, they made him a Jedi. 3, he's got an incredible lightsaber. It's half made out of wood. They just really underdeveloped that character, and one of the great things about the Wookiees is that it really plays on a lot of the heartstrings of the people that really love the Earth and the tie-in of the Wookiees and how natural they are in the environment. So I think they really missed an opportunity to develop that character. Now, for us that have grown up and want that dark black gray fur ass kicking Wookiee that jumps in the pit, you're absolutely right there. I mean, I'm waiting to watch him just take the next level.
You ready to watch him rip somebody's arms off, right?
Oh yeah. Well, there's a reason that he says, "Hey, R2, let the Wookiee win."
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Vader was like, yo, listen, it was him and Boba Fett talking, right? He was like, yo, Vader was like, yo, I need a real dude to take care of this. Boba Fett was like, yo, Black Asante was like, what up? I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like, Vader hired you. You don't get hired by Vader. You know what I mean? Like,
but I also think we're going to see a lot more of the bounty hunters, period. As far as, Wookiee hunters, you had, brain fart, Bosk. Bosk is his whole race. That's all they do is hunt Wookiees. And that's the lizard guy for non-Star Wars complete nerds that live on it.
If anybody listen to this right now, they know who Bosk is.
Yeah, so Bosk, his whole race, they actually have a couple of comics and reference often of how they would do that, like the Predator movie where they brought in all the humans so that the predators could hunt them. Why is his race absolutely skipping my brain right now? Bosk's race would bring in Wookiees and then hunt them on the planet and try and track them down, and very dark subject matter, very harsh, but it's a good storyline. So I think we're going to start to see a lot more of Dengar. I'm already starting to see a lot more Dengar, who's an incredible storyline. If you ever want to get into reading some of the bounty hunters, Dengar's amazing. And you're going to see Bosk. We're going to start seeing Forlom. We're going to start seeing those guys. IG-88. The IG-88 story is already being told with the new IG-11. It just that storyline within itself is a whole nother amazing storyline. So I think we're going to start seeing more and more. Since they already brought in IG-11, I think we're going to see a guest appearance down the road of Dengar. We're going to see a guest appearance down the road of, all these other bounty hunters that are involved in what we originally already saw in Return of the Jedi.
You know what I like? I like that spec on Darth Vader number 13, that variant with the 2 droids.
Yeah.
I actually, here, check this. Let me see here. This one right here.
There was like a second print, right? With the red on?
Yeah, that first appearance of Afra.
No, I like this one as a variant right here. You see it? You see it? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the Vader down stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I think these 2 characters are going to be big characters, man.
No,
They're basically dark versions of C-3PO and R2-D2. But Vader made them, right? Or Afra made them.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say is they are making the Darth Vader number 3 even more desirable. It's kind of like that Iron Man 55 effect. You have multiple first appearances in it, and each one of them is a separate driving force, and the value of that book just brings back attention to it. I've still got my Darth Vader 3, but it's definitely one of those.
What do you guys think about Dark Side spec with this Zack Snyder stuff coming out? Do you think that there's any reason to spec anything?
I'm waiting for Grail.
That's what I was just about to say. That's where I was going with this. Is with Grail. I fucking love Grail.
Wonder Woman. All right, so she beats Cheetah. Okay, fine. It's like Superman will never ever succeed, ever. I'm gonna tell you why. You can't promote him as a video game. You can't promote him as a movie because he's fucking just better than everybody else. Name me one good Superman game. You can't, because you're level 1. Who the fuck is you gonna fight level 1? He's Superman. Who the fuck? I'm just gonna walk around the whole fucking level.
You know why? Because somebody has not made a game to whereas he has to make a choice. It's Superman with a choice, where he's got to choose to save one person over another, and where he's got to live with his conflicts, and then that game would be called Spider-Man.
I mean, level 1. Okay, so he's Gixoplex. There's your first level 1 boss. Then you move up, that's a boss. Then you move up to Brainiac, and then
that's a boss. But he's gonna trample all the fucking the men.
Wait, are you saying Clark Kent is completely useless and doesn't do any investigative reporting?
Clark Kent isn't the hero. Clark Kent is the alter ego. Superman is the hero.
I think Superman's a tough character
it's terrible.
Over the last 30 years, I don't think that there's really been anybody that's been able to write him.
He's overpowered. He's just overpowered. He's never going to get right. He's overpowered.
The only time I've actually enjoyed Superman in the last 30 years is when he became a dad, because I became a dad right at the same time.
I like the Jonathan Kent shit. I think they fucked up with the Jonathan and the Damian shit so bad. That shit was so good.
Could have been great. Super Sons could have been great.
That honestly could have been 100 issues easy for them,
right?
If they had just stayed with it.
John Kent just turned evil. Oh my God!
So do you think they'll bring him back? Do you think that AT&T, aka Warner Brothers, is listening to all of us talk, and everybody in the community is saying that they absolutely dropped the ball on that? Everybody has said, "Hey, here was your next greatest run, and you absolutely dropped the ball." Do you think that those executives are up there in that office listening to us going, how do we rebuild what we have jacked up
a little bit
and bring that back?
They're too busy trying to turn Batman black, and we don't want to see a black Batman.
Too busy counting money is what they're doing.
I don't want to see
too busy like, HBO Max just signed up 3 million new subscribers for the Snyder Cut. Okay, $15 a pop.
I spoke about this. I spoke about this on Personal Deal. I don't know if Kyle remembers this. You have to turn. John Kent should have been evil or threat. That movie Bloodborne. That's John Kent's story.
True.
Because you have Damian Wayne.
Damian
Wayne. That's his rival now. There's no baby Joker. You know what I mean? His rival is fucking John Kent. They would have made so much money turning John Kent evil, and there's still time to do that.
How do they de-age him now?
Yeah, they got to de-age him.
They got to de-age him. He's like 17 now.
Yeah,
he came back and he's in lead.
So, he went off with his grandfather.
Okay, so Damian
he's like, he's almost a grown ass man, fucking pubes and everything, man. Shit.
Yeah, Damian Wayne is come on. They can make that. They can make that happen.
All right. Well, the thing is that I like is the fact that they didn't do away with Dr. Oz, aka Jor-El.
Yeah.
One-eyed Jor-El is around like Odin.
Right. Well, I will give them this. Right. That whole thing with Dr. Ozzy and Ragar, like that new villain that they had, Ragar, and Supergirl, where she got the freaking axe. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You know, they did the investigative thing on what the hell actually happened to Superman's homeworld, and it turns out that he and his co-council, the Green Lantern Council, actually they were the guys that freaking destroyed the planet. That was pretty good. The Supergirl, she had the axe for a while. I don't know where the hell it went. Freaking, I don't know why she doesn't have it anymore. That was freaking good. She looks good with it. They got rid of it. And then once again, the other mistake was, once again they aged John Kent. So I don't know what they're doing. Ever since Brian Bendis came over, they've just been fucking shit over.
Bendis needs to quit writing comics.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. Well, see, I know what Marvel was thinking, right? They're thinking Brad and Bendis has had so many characters that he started that ended up going on the big screen or the TV screen, and they've done well. Think about Miles Morales, freaking Jessica Jones. I forget whatever other characters he's had. So they were thinking that he was going to be able to come over and do the same thing, and he started out right. He spread Naomi, right, and I don't know what, and those 4 or 5 characters that we were talking about, the Age of the Universe, the Brimstone, the Sideways, and Assassin, I forget what her name is. And he's brought out some characters, but nothing has panned over yet where they've gone, I'm going to the big screen. Now, it's going to be about 7 to 10 years before they actually catch on. But you're not going to see any of that happen until DC fixes their overall general stuff, right? You're going in the right direction. Aquaman was really good. Right? Shazam was really good. People loved it.
Shazam was great.
Yeah, Watchmen. Watchmen is another DC property. They're going in a right direction, right? But as far as speculation right now, we're fucking hating it because we're still waiting on that one big movie that says, hey, pay attention to this first appearance, right? Because not a lot of us are not going to be able to afford the first appearance of Shazam or the first appearance of Aquaman, right? So we're looking for that one that we can afford that'll pop up in a movie or a TV thing, and we're going to, yep, that's it. All right, we're on a DC train. But until that magical day happens, until they stop coming out with great freaking movies or great characters like the Harley Quinn, right? People were all excited, with the whole Suicide Squad, and it did well for a while, and then they went and jacked it up with Birds of Prey, right? So they've got to stop stamping on their own penises and get it straight.
All right. On that note, we gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I was gonna get out of here fucking 2 hours ago. It's Drunken Chat, son.
Yeah, I got to do another podcast in about 5 hours. So
See, this is the problem. This is supposed to be a giveaway video, and we went 3 hours and 21 minutes. I want to thank Kyle. I want to thank Brian for joining us. Ocean Magnus, definitely a big thing up. Lucas, all the winners of the prizes, please get to me an email. Let me know what's up. Somebody didn't win the book. I forgot who won the moon girl. I forgot who won the moon girl.
You can play.
Yeah, we'll just have to go back to the tape and see who won it.
Yeah, Lucas, let me know.
Yeah, we definitely freaking gave it out to somebody. I just don't know who.
I don't remember who it is. Lucas, let me know when the moon girl. We better get out of here.
Or just have that person freaking contact you.
Yeah,
they know. Yeah, they know who won.
Claim your books.
Claim your books. Got them out of here, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
I'm out of here.